azuis, muito blues. Ah, penso na distância que andei quando criança pra poder ir trabalhar. Eu já sei remar contra a maré, mas não venha me pedir pra andar de ré, pois é. Ah, eu cresci no gueto, eu cresci com preto. Não é você que vai fazer eu me enganar. Ah, correr contra o vento era o meu passatempo. E o sol que batia ardia. Nem tudo era dureza, tinha natureza e o mar pra mergulhar. Eu já sei remar contra a maré, mas não venha me pedir pra andar de ré, pois é. Ah, já sou gato escaldado nessa trilha ando descalço. Não é você que vai fazer eu tropeçar ou duvidar ou tropeçar ou duvidar.
say, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you.
Check 1, 2. We are back again. Come on in.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say. No, where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh,
Come on in. Come on in. Come
susceptible
on in.
now, before the moment flies.
Go.
It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Yo. We are back. We are back. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Peace and blessings to everyone that's tuning in tonight on this Tuesday evening. You are here again of another episode of the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. We're here to bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and have a good time talking about it. Shout out to all those that's up in the house. Shout out to what is that? Kuzi? Why Kuzi? What's happening? What's happening? Did I say that name right? If I didn't, I apologize. Why Kuzi? Shout out to you. Shout out to Eddie Moore _fan. I see you just shout out to you for being a new subscriber. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brian Davis. I see you in the house. And shout out to everyone else that's tuning in. Shout out to those that's watching in the clouds. YK Woozy. Oh, okay. YK Woozy. Okay, shout out to you, YK Woozy. Welcome to the Black Bottom Roscast. We here to have a good time and fellowship tonight. And as I always say, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone had a blessed weekend. And I hope everyone is striving to be the best version of yourself. I've been getting a few subscribers. Shout out to all those that's been watching my shorts. If y'all didn't catch my live streams, on a regular, like I say, I do them 2 nights a week. I do it every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central and every Friday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in. We be doing a lot of different things. We be talking about a lot of different subjects, a lot of different topics. But I will say this: I'm not a red pillar, I'm not a black pillar, nor blue pill, pink pill, none of those things. But I do advocate for the men. But I do hold us accountable. But we always have our grown folks discussions. I'm not here to try to bash anyone, but I do want to bring light to a lot of the behaviors that go on in our society and hope that we try to do better in doing it. Shout out to Wifey that's putting on the disclaimer, as far as welcome to the Black Bottom Roscast. Hit the like button on the way in and share this page, share this video, and definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for all future notifications of all my live streams and anything else I do on this platform, especially my short content. I've been getting a lot of traction on my short content, so I do appreciate all that. We got a lot to compact tonight. So that being said, I hope you get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike always said, get you some juice. But you gotta leave them pills alone, because them mugs will kill you. I think the saddest thing that I just heard here recently on the news and through the social media streets with this one sister that bought some smoke from a smoke shop, and after she smoked it, got ill and had to be hospitalized. All to find out that the weed that she had was laced with fentanyl. And the one way that you can tell that your substance is laced with that is just put it in a bowl and pour water on it. If it starts to turn this purplish color, yeah, they didn't tainted that shit. So there are a lot of um, dispensaries out here that's just popping up like wildfire. In years prior, everyone was getting jammed up for having weed. So that kind of makes me wonder, what's the purpose now? Oh, because y'all taxing it, right? That's one thing. Y'all taxing these businesses that's holding this alleged cannabis, this alleged THC, CBDs, whatever the fuck you want to call them, these vapes and all this other shit, right? Got motherfuckers going crazy over. It ain't got to the point where there are some indoor places that will actually not even mind that you use those things indoors, but yet they kill smoking cigarettes in a lot of establishments. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, that'll be another story for another different time. We got a lot to talk about. And if y'all know me, and if you've been watching me on the regular, we always start with a body cam. And we definitely gonna do that. But I must say that some of the body cams that I've been seeing here lately has been disturbing. You know, I really don't like the fact that a lot of our people in the community be acting out and not being a true pillar and guidance to our youth. And a lot of the times it's these women. A lot of the times it's these mothers that are doing things that are making me look at them in a whole totally different light. And then you wonder why we got these YNs out here. You wonder why we got these young girls out here wilding, thinking they trying to be baddies, trying to chase a dream of the images they see on TV because they so impressioned with what they seeing without getting proper structure in the home, right? So we're gonna break this down. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant. You know, always rock with him. If you're not subscribed to him, go on over and subscribe to him. Tell him the Black Podcast sent you.
Information or the contact number? What is
I
it?
have it all copied for you.
Go ahead, give it to me.
Hey, yo, Unpopular is the channel, guys. The link is in the description. If you don't want to see my big head popping up talking over the video, you should know I only do these videos for my audience. It's not waste no time.
Talk to her real quick while I head over there.
The girl's name is Audrey Black.
And last time you spoke to her was around what time?
Before 9 o'clock, and I was on speakerphone. My assistant principal is here. Also heard her say that she was not going to come pick her up.
Is she a reason or no?
Her reason was that somebody had come up here to pick her up, and she wasn't out there and left, and she could figure out her own way home.
Okay, and as far as you know, is there history not being picked up?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
I mean, she's been to other games, Peppers and that afterwards, and been picked up. This is the first time. But our games are over. Like, this was over before 9 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want y'all to listen to what this woman that works at this school is saying about this in particular student. Now, here is a young student, a young teenager. Matter of fact, she's 14 years old. And she's in a situation where it's whoever her guardians are, parents, whatever, is not trying to pick her up, and they're trying to basically, I don't know, make her find her way back home. And a lot of schools that a lot of kids go to nowadays ain't like how it was when I came up, when it was like around the corner, a couple of blocks down. You know, some of these schools be miles away from where these children live. And you expecting a 14-year-old to leave from their school after a game. And, you know, a lot of times these games end at night. And she's supposed to find her way home. Yeah. She's supposed to find her way home. This one here this one's sad. But I'm gonna let this ride. I'm gonna let Heavy give his commentary. I'm gonna give my commentary. But this one right here, this struck a chord with me because I have children. And the one thing that I'm not gonna ever do is let my children find their way home if they're in a distance where it's going to be difficult for them to find their way home. I'm just not going to do that. But all right, let's go.
All right, sounds good. I'll be over there. How you doing?
Hi.
You mind if we just talk?
Yeah.
Away from her. So she was at I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. She was at a game today, basketball game.
Basketball game.
Okay. And the game ended around what time?
Would have been before 9 o'clock because I called
it ended at 8:30.
8:30.
Okay.
Ended at 8:30. So we usually wait around, get everybody out. Comes to light that she doesn't have a ride.
Okay.
Clock's ticking, probably like 8:45, 8:50. We tell her, hey, we got to call somebody to go get you. Come get you because nobody's coming. So we call and then we get, I guess.
Yeah.
So we get the
paperwork.
Yeah. So that's the
demographic information.
This is hella grimy just to leave a kid at school. And I'm thinking, what is this, a high school? Okay, this is a teenage kid. You don't care about how this kid could get home? I'm concerned. Is this a parent? Like, who are you? Who are you? Because I mean, I looked, I forwarded through the intro just a little bit, and it's like this person is supposed to be a guardian. Okay, a guardian? Like, why is it okay to leave this kid up there?
Yeah.
And then ultimately, what does she say to us? She says,
I'm not coming to pick her up. She needs to figure out how.
Ride. She didn't.
Well, I'll tell you why. Why? Yeah. I mean, they're going to explain it later in this video. I reviewed this video earlier before I put it on the show tonight because I had to really get the contents of this video. And what really triggers me about it is that the mother is incarcerated. Obviously, the father's not in the child's life. It's a 14-year-old little girl. The guardian, I believe, is like a relative to the mother. and has literally had this child since she's been either 1 or 2 years old. But for whatever reason, now that this child is 14 years old, they have this toxic dynamic with each other. And it's sad because this person can have this child out there like that. And keep in mind now, I'm quite sure that this woman that's been her guardian has been getting some kind of benefits behind it from the state. You can get benefits from these children, but you don't want to do right by these children. And you wonder why men and other people across the board is really starting to point this out of the behavior of some of these women that claim they boss babes, claim they don't need a man, want a man, whatever the fuck. This one actually has a husband, which is weird in itself. But I mean, no, it's not. But it is what it is. But they're not the parents, and how they can sit here and take advantage of the fucking system for their benefit, for their own personal needs, but don't really care about the needs of these children. This is a problem that I'm really, really starting to dislike. I really don't like it. But anyway, but let's go.
We take the ride. She has to figure it out.
Okay.
And we can't do that to
And then a
14,
cousin
13.
was going to come,
This one.
but then it looks like
So it's like this is a freshman. 13, what, 14, 15? That's a freshman, right?
Of
tells
this
him
one.
not to come.
pick her up.
Okay.
Crazy.
And here we are.
Do you know the stories with her birth mother? She's in the picture at all or no?
According to she's in jail.
Okay.
Ah.
Is she in Florida or
I
where they're
don't
from?
know. I
Okay.
didn't ask her. She's new to
supposed
us.
to-
Yeah.
How long she's been coming here for?
When did
No.
you come to us? September
September,
early.
yeah.
Pretty
So
done.
this child already doesn't have her mama because her mama's in jail. So whoever she has is who her mama or whoever she got left with. And this is what this person is on. Okay.
Pretty sure it was on stage.
We have a car.
November?
We have a car going to her house now because we
Okay.
tried making phone contact but we couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they're not picking
They're
up.
not picking up. See, this one that we called,
It
that
was
one.
September. I thought
You
so.
called him too?
Yeah, and tried to leave a message. Nobody picked up on that one. Or
Okay.
Yeah, we left him multiple messages.
Are you cold? Come, you can sit in my car. Go, you got a seat.
because she has been to other games. She's been picked up
Mhm.
before,
It's
so
never been an
I
issue.
had never been
Never
an
been an
issue, and I've never had like, no, I'm not going to
Okay.
pick you up. In all the years, I mean, I've Eric and I were talking. Says probably in the 19 years we've been together
Just take a quick picture right there. Boom.
as administrators.
Mhm.
Have we not had somebody
Probably the first
refuse
time.
to pick them
Yeah,
up?
I was reading this and I was like,
No.
that's why I called you before I came. I just want to make sure I was reading right.
Yeah,
We've
no,
been doing
you
this a
are
long
right.
time. We've never had a refusal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Full out refusal.
We've had some that don't have rides. They're trying everything, so we've
Yeah.
had that.
And
before, but
she's you contacted the cousin and the cousin told you I'm not letting you.
she was not coming to pick up. Somebody
That's why I'm putting
allegedly
it-
had.
Hey, shout out to you, Sweetness. Shout out for you coming in, my A1 Day One. Shout out to you. Happy Tuesday. Hope everything has been good. Hope you're being blessed. Shout out to all the people that's tuning in tonight. Shout out to my new subscribers that's been tuning in. It's been a slow grind, y'all, with the Black Bottom Roscast, but we are actually starting to get a little traction. So I appreciate you that's watching. I appreciate you keeping us in the algorithm. I appreciate you liking and subscribing to my videos. I appreciate you giving me the views on my shorts, my shortcuts. Even though I know sometimes, our attention span might get a little off with my live streams, because sometimes I'm sorry. I know sometimes I say, I'm not trying to be here too long, but depending on the subject and what we're talking about, it kind of might drag a little bit, and y'all might not, have the time or the patience to watch it. But I hope you can watch it on the replay gang. I hope you watch the shorts, and I just hope that you support the channel. But yeah, shout out to everybody. But yeah, there's some trifling ass shit right here. And these people right here saying that this child has never had this situation happen like this before. But I guess there's some more to this story. So we just gonna just figure this out because, obviously it's nighttime. This child is out. by this high school, ain't got a way home because nobody in her guardianship or family is trying to pick her up, and she doesn't really know how to get home. So that's some sad shit. But all right, well, let's continue because I'm telling you, this one right here is gonna trigger you. If you really care about the children out here and you worry about the well-being of how these children grow up and what they experience, then you'll understand what I'm coming from. So let's go.
She had come here, and she had to figure out. We both heard it. That we had to figure.
He said, "Quote: I'm not coming to get her. She needs to figure it out and get her way home." He said, "Man, we're calling Northport PD."
So that was afterward
because we got this.
Because we got that one, and he was coming.
But apparently, she tells him not to come.
That's what he said.
Yep.
That my mother said I can't.
Yes.
Correct. Yep. That's what he told me.
Okay.
And so he turns himself around.
And when you told Audrey you were calling us, what
Nope.
she say?
I told him. I said,
Okay.
Look, because he was supposed to come pick her up, and we waited and waited, and he didn't come. And so we sat there, and I called him back. I said, look, I said, this is the situation. We will be calling Northport Police to come pick her up and take her home. Bottom line, I said, I cannot have a minor. I cannot can't transport or anything else, and this is the way it is.
So you never spoke to this person?
No, we
right?
tried to
You only
leave a
spoke to
message,
Audrey. Okay.
right.
All right, we'll see how this goes then.
Okay, thanks.
No
so
problem.
much.
No problem.
You're in good hands, okay? So he'll talk and get things straightened out, hopefully for you, okay? All right, girl. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Officer. You can call me Lewis. What happened tonight?
So I had before like the game to come to the game. He said yes, so I had went, and then
I'm sorry. Let's find my partner right now. Give me 1 second. You know what your address is? No.
New house, right?
It's a new house. Okay.
This kid is in a new school, in a new house, away from her mom, and just basically being abandoned.
Does this look right?
And you expecting for this girl that's in this whole new environment to just pick up like that, as far as being at a new school in a new house, that she just don't know exactly how to get home, and y'all, because y'all don't want to pick her up because you motherfuckers is lazy, you motherfuckers is on some other bullshit. This is, and you wonder why these young sisters get caught in the streets because of shit like this. They become statistics. They become whatever the streets put them into because no one cares for them. They're just a commodity. But we want to talk about racism. We want to talk about how the white man does us so bad. We want to talk about how we get a bad deal. But yet and still, we do ourselves today worse than what we've ever done. This is not our history. I can understand why black people in this country don't celebrate Black History Month like how they do, because y'all don't care about your history. But this St. Patrick's Day, I bet you all you motherfuckers is going to be Black Irish for the day, right? Right? Y'all want to celebrate fake ass Juneteenth, even though it's not fake, but y'all don't really know the real deal history behind Juneteenth, and y'all half-ass celebrate that. But then we want to sit here and do our children the way we do them as a collective, and think that they're gonna grow up and be productive adults. Is that fair? Is that fair to these children? All right, but let's go.
Right though, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's saying that's the address. All right. So what were we?
I was saying that I was looking for a ride before the game even ended because I didn't know if I was gonna pick me up, so I had to text him. He asked I asked him to give me a ride. He said yeah, he would call. see if she could pick me up because she had the car. Then I kept on texting him, asking him if he was here, if she was here, or like is she gonna pick me up. I came outside to drop my friend off because he was going home. So I was walking down like 5 times. I was like out here for 10 minutes trying to see if my car was here. I didn't see them, so I went back inside to text off my friend's phone because I don't have a phone. And then like 20 minutes later, they finally answered saying, I guess you're gonna have to walk home. And then I was like trying to look for a ride. Everybody couldn't take me.
They texted your friend's phone saying that?
Yes.
Okay.
I kept on like trying to get a ride from other people, but they couldn't take me home. So and then she called it. She said she wasn't gonna pick me up. Me to walk home because that's probably what I just told them to tell me to walk home because nobody was gonna pick me up. So she called her. Then she had basically yelled at her about telling her that she's not gonna take me home. She called my uncle. He did not answer. She called my cousin. He was supposed to pick me up, but Audrey told him to not pick me up.
Well, why would you do that?
I don't really think she likes me.
Yeah. How long you been staying?
Since I was like 2 or 1.
Oh, so okay, you've been staying for a while.
Yes.
No, this woman doesn't like her. And yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not the parents. Unfortunately, her mother is incarcerated and we have no content as far as where the father could be. Who knows? It's probably another one of those statistical situations. One of those many situationships. Who knows where the father is? But obviously the father is not in life. This is someone that's related to the mother that's incarcerated that is doing this child like this. Okay. And it's heartbreaking because this what goes on in a lot of places in our community. I mean, this breaks my heart. I mean, we haven't even begun to compact this body cam right now. So I just want y'all to strap in. So get you your water, get your fruit, roll you a blunt, drink you a beer, have you a cocktail, eat you some fruit. But you gotta leave them pills alone because them muds will kill you. All right, let's go.
Okay. You never had a problem like this before?
Not really.
Damn, you've been with this woman since you were 1 or 2 years old. Did I hear that right? Did I hear that right? So her mama been in jail for a while then.
So she called her. Then she had basically yelled at her about telling her that she's not going to take me home. She called my uncle. He did not answer. She called my cousin. He was supposed to pick me up, but Audrey told him to not pick me up.
Well, why would you do that?
I don't really think she liked since I was like 2 or 1.
Oh, so okay, you've been staying for a while.
Yes.
Okay. You never had a problem like this before?
Not really. No.
Okay. I just moved here, right? To Florida?
Yeah. No, we moved to Florida 8 years ago, but we just moved into this new house.
All right, let's see if we can figure this out, okay? You spoke to her? What'd she say?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like she doesn't like this kid.
Oh, so we'll rush it tonight then. Okay. Hello. How you doing, Audrey?
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. I'm Officer McGrath.
Can I help you? Can I help?
Right there. Just the demeanor and just the cadence and just the veracity of her voice. You already know this is a bum, big back ass bitch. Right now, she came in hot right off the gate, so you already know what kind of motherfucking person this bitch is. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call it out, and I'm sorry that some of you ladies might take it offensive, but if you a bitch, you a fucking bitch. But this one here really showed me why so many of these young men and young ladies are out here in these streets fucked up. They have no proper guidance. They wasn't taught emotional resolutions. They wasn't taught to be emotionally regulated. They wasn't taught conflict resolution skills. They wasn't taught anything. And that's why they act the way they fucking act out here. But you're going to see where it keeps coming from. in our community or community or whatever you fucking want to call it. This shit here is fucking ridiculous. But all right, let's go.
Have you? That says everything you need to know, don't it? Can I hear him?
For police department, I'm speaking to Audrey. Yeah. Okay, so I have in the car. We just need to ask some questions before we finish this up. So from what I understood, the principal was telling me she had a basketball game today, and she was supposed to get picked up, and she didn't.
She lied until she can stay at the game.
Okay.
She had a.
Okay.
She wasn't where she said she was going to be, or where she was supposed to be. So her ride left.
And her ride was you or someone else?
No, most definitely not me, because she didn't call me. She had a ride.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't there for her ride to pick her up.
Okay.
So whatever's going to happen to her, I don't want no parts of it. Whatever y'all going to do,
Whoa,
whatever y'all
whoa,
going to do.
whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck you mean you don't want to? You don't know what ride she's gonna get, and you ain't got no parts to it. The fuck? Is this not a person that you've been having in your house and been taking care of and doing whatever the fuck you've been doing since this child was 1 or 2 years old, and now this child is 14? Now you don't want to have no parts of it? Don't want you up them benefits then that you getting off this child. Up them extra food stamps, that EBT that you getting off this child. Up whatever cash you might be getting from this child. Up the fucking free health care and benefits of that nature. If you gave up on this child is 14 years old. It's a baby still, in my eyes. Hell, my oldest daughter is about to be 11. My youngest is about to be 7. I feel a certain way about this right now, y'all. I feel a certain way. Because this bitch don't give a fuck. And you can tell, and look at her. She a piece of shit. Living in a decent little house out there in Florida. Good for you. But what are you really doing? And really, what have you been instilling in this child since you've taken on this responsibility because her mother is incarcerated? You know, what have you been doing to prepare her for the world? We're going to see. All right, let's go.
Charges against me, I don't give
Okay.
I'm too old for this.
Okay.
She's been
That's
doing
what she
a lot
said.
of shit, so now we at this point.
Okay. How long have you see?
What else been going on? Let us know, Audrey.
Yeah, I'm done with her, whatever. I mean, take me to court, sign me up, whatever, do whatever, but I'm not dealing with this any longer.
Okay, so she told you she had cheer.
She didn't tell me.
Okay, so from what you know.
4:30.
Okay, and then she didn't show up at 4:30.
I was at work. On my way home from work, I said, I'm on my way to pick her up, to take her to cheer practice.
Okay.
I was around the corner, Homebrook, right before I turned on Homebrook in the street. Oh, she's at the game. Okay. So, I mean, whatever plan she made, that's the plan she stuck with. She didn't call me. She didn't ask me. She didn't.
And this is, what is this? December, right before Christmas of 2024. This is basically a week before Christmas. And this is how you treating this girl. This is what you're doing to this girl a week before Christmas. How Christian are you? It'd be so many bitches like this that be talking about how, they so God-fearing and so Christian and so for the Lord. But behind closed doors and behind the scenes, she might even go to church. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you, them other 6 days out the week, she out here raising hell, being a menace, being belligerent as she can be. This shows me right here, this her demeanor. She is a miserable son of a bitch that ain't got no care in her heart. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain situations and some spaces and places where you might just have to just leave some people where they at, right? But a child that don't know where to go, a child that don't know where they place is in life, a child that depends on the elders to help them, to guide them, to care for them, to love them, to respect them. This is what this little girl has to deal with. It is demonic and an abomination to our culture. This is what our culture is right now, black people. This is what our culture looks like in real fucking time. But let's go.
I get why she's frustrated because this kid continues to lie to her, right? So there's like a trust issue within the relationship. She probably doesn't feel comfortable coming to.
But let's think about this. When you lose stake in a child's life, when you act a certain way to children and give them no grace, how are they supposed to trust you? Even if this child was lying to you and telling you, oh, I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna actually be here. There's a reason behind that. I'm quite sure a lot of us older people can understand what I'm talking about. Like we wasn't never 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old before, and we had parents that moved and act a certain way. So when they asked us what was we doing or where was we at, we would tell them, "Oh, I was over Johnny's house, or I was over Bonnie's house, or I was at the ballpark, or I was at the playground," knowing damn well you wasn't. Why? Because of how they treat you, how they talk to you, how they come at you. And a lot of times, children lose respect for these adults at an early age because these adults are so hell bent and teaching them things, but not showing them affection and resolutions to why they're trying to teach them things. There's nothing wrong with being stern to your children, but give them a reason for why you're being that way. Just don't always be on go 110% every damn time. Sometimes you need to power the fuck down and give these children, because they're children, what they want. And they just want to be loved. They just want to be respected. They just want to be known that they're safe. How can a child feel safe with a belligerent, over the top, always hollering, always wanting to put hands on you, whatever the case may be in that household? How do you expect it for them children to respect y'all? Well, let's go.
To her. She probably, you know what I mean? There's tension, right? So this is why she's frustrated and upset. And I totally get that, man. But you can't just leave that girl wherever she's at. You can't do that. I get why you're mad, but you can't do that.
Do anything with me, but I was going to make sure she go to cheer practice because I ran over late at work. And whoever she had made plans with, they went to go get her. She wasn't where she was supposed to be.
You don't know who was supposed to pick her up?
It don't matter who was supposed to pick her up.
That does
Well,
matter.
hold on. How does it not matter who picks her up? What if it was one of these illegal migrants that picked her up? What if y'all called her a Uber or a Lyft and it was an illegal migrant in that motherfucker that was driving, that looked at this little 14-year-old girl in a certain kind of way, and that girl comes up missing, and next thing you know, she on the news 2 weeks from now because she came up missing. The fuck? Are we serious? Are we really serious, y'all? You see how some of our black bitches out here be moving? Yeah, I said what the fuck I said. A woman like her ain't nothing but a black bitch. She ain't shit. But men are talked about so bad. The fuck? Oh my God. I'm all right. Let me let this go.
If this is a child in your care, that matters. You should care. You should know. You should be concerned. I understand she's frustrated 100%. But come on, man. This ain't okay.
Okay, no, you just keep saying someone, so I don't know if you know this person.
She wasn't where she
Okay.
needed to be
All
picked.
right.
Okay, but you know the person was supposed to pick her up, though. This wasn't a stranger. I don't understand.
Remember, this is all that she conjured up.
Okay.
She wasn't where she was supposed to be picked up.
Okay.
So that person left.
Okay. And what time
It's too
was
far.
she supposed to be picked up?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I swear to God, they are. I mean, they are one of Floridians, and I hate to say this because it's a beautiful state. Y'all got beautiful weather. I mean, y'all got fucking hurricanes and shit, and y'all gotta fucking leave town because that shit be leaving y'all shit in fucked up situations. But Florida is one of the highest states of recorded mental illness in the country. Seattle's one of them. Illinois is right there up there with it. New York. Fuck. It's a few other states. If you want to really do the numbers, just Google it. But Florida is like up there with a number of people that suffer from mental illness, you know? And it's sad. This bitch don't give a fuck. So I know it's something wrong with her big back ass. And she probably looking at this little 14-year-old in a jealous manner. And that's the sick shit about some of these women, even some of these mothers that have daughters. They look at their daughters when they come of age and look at them and get jealous because it's like, damn, this is another version of myself, but this one actually looks better than what I used to look like. She's getting more attention than what I used to get. Why even worried about that? You know what I'm saying? Why is that even an issue or a discussion of the matter? Fuck.
Either. Okay.
You gotta understand, I didn't even know that she was going to the game. I didn't even know anything about this until I was on my 5 minutes before I turned the corner. Oh, she said she doesn't have cheer, so she's gonna be at the game.
Okay. And who'd she tell that to then? If she's not telling you, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right, yeah, she didn't tell me this. She didn't tell me anything.
So who's telling you this if she's not telling you?
The person who I asked said, tell her to be ready for me to take her.
Okay. Oh, I think this is okay. She mentioned she texted you from one of her friend's phone. Is that what it is?
She didn't text me.
Okay, she texted someone?
She texted someone, but she didn't text me.
Okay.
But yet and still, my name is being dragged. Hey, Audrey, hey, Audrey, hey, Audrey.
The wild shit about this whole scenario, right? This little girl is managing to like contact people, but the household that she live in with this skank bitch, she never even fucking took the care to even give her a cell phone. And I know that I have an issue with kids with cell phones because a lot of times these kids get so distracted with these devices and it can be a problem, but you can monitor it. You can monitor it if you're a good parent. But if nothing else, you can track your children with these phones. You can call these children with these phones. This bitch don't give a fuck about this child. But she taking all the benefits. She got about 4 more years if that child still stays in this house after all this shit unfolds. You've been getting benefits off this child since this child's been 1-2 years old. You fucking nothing ass bitch. And I bet you half-ass do for this child. I bet you she half-ass does for this child. I bet you she put this child into a mindset that she don't even know what the fuck or who the fuck cares about her. You a ain't shit motherfucker. And it'd be women like her that be raising these Gen Zers. Cause she's 51. She's in my generation. This is why I didn't fuck with a lot of bitches in my generation because this shit's been going on for decades as far as these women acting the way they act, and all they give a fuck about is their goddamn self. I would never deal. Man, you can't. I'm good. I'm out that circle, so you ain't gotta worry about me pulling up to the club or the tavern or the lounge and all that shit, trying to fuck with you old dust ass bitches. Yeah, I said it, dust ass. Dust ass is all one word. Yeah, she 51. This broad right here. Looking a bit 69 in the face. But anyway, let's go.
The principal called me, but when she was scheming and doing all that, she didn't call me.
Okay.
She did not call me. She did not text me because she knew she was doing some shady. And she's been doing this for a very long time. I am done.
Okay.
She put herself in this predicament. She needs to find a way to get out of it. For her to sit up there and put this situation.
Hold on, bitch. Hold on. She's 14 years old. How about helping her? How about counseling her? If this is what you say she's doing. She's such a bad person. How did that happen under your care since she was 1 or 2 years old? How is she like this then? You didn't get her when she was 11. You didn't get her when she was 12 or 13. You've had her since she was in Pampers. And this is how she is, as you say. And we supposed to believe that this is all her fault? We supposed to believe that, right? We supposed to believe that everyone that you allowed her to be around was all that, whereas she bogus for moving the way she moved. Correct? Is this what this hoe's trying to tell me and try to tell y'all? Is this what it's all about, money? Is this it? Are you fucking serious? You nickel-plated fucking forehead, bitch ass fucking silverback bitch looking motherfucker? Is this what the fuck this is all about? Oh, let me let this go because I'm getting triggered. All right, I'm sorry.
To the point where it is, no, I'm not going to get her. No, I'm not going out my way. I'm done.
So when you say you're done, what do you mean? Okay.
Do whatever you need to do. I've been dealing with it far too.
You know, it's not up to us.
Yeah, she doesn't like this kid, man. That's really what it is. I get that she's frustrated, and very well the girl may be lying to her and whatnot, but that is what kids, teenagers, you was a teenager before too. You lied to your parents. You didn't tell them the truth. You know what I mean? So if your credit's fucked up with that kid, they're going to continue to lie to you. She hates this kid is what it seems like.
Just trying to understand where you stand at. That's what it is.
I'm done with her.
Okay, because of this incident.
No, this is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
So this is not the first that I've been dealing with her. In her life.
Hold on. Has she been running drugs at your house? She set your house on fire. She had a prostitution ring in your crib when you went to work. She was drug smuggling with the motherfucking cartel at 11. The fuck you talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? This is a 14-year-old little girl. What is she doing that y'all couldn't show provision to? This bitch really don't give a fuck about this child, man. I'm telling you, she's taking all the benefits that she can get from the state for this child. You ain't shit.
Lies and her conniving stuff. It just, now she's understanding that what she want to do is not going to happen. And this is how far it's going to go.
Okay.
And I'm not caving in. So
caving in as in what?
I'm done with her. I'm done with her and her.
Okay.
I don't have to deal with it, and I'm not.
Audrey, you might just, I think I have your last name. What you did about Audrey?
What do you need that for?
Yeah, well, I need the information to pass along. All right, so let's back up. I've been chill. Let's just be a little more straightforward. So right now, I understand you're pissed, you're livid, whatever you want to call it. What you did though is considered you.
Cataract.
Well, she did, and then she.
No, what you did was being neglectful to a child. That's called child abuse. That's called cruelty to children. It's a few other terminologies in law that you can say that this woman is doing. You just an ain't shit bitch. And you gonna pay for this shit in the end. You half a century. You right up there with me. We ain't got that much time left. And what you do from this point on in your life, it's gonna say a lot when you hear that song, Take Me to the King. No, you gonna take you to a Bozeman. Cause that's where the fuck you gonna go.
She didn't.
Okay, she did. She wasn't where she was supposed
I understand.
to be. That means she was doing something she wasn't supposed to be.
You absolutely right.
So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. Would you need to take me to jail? Do I need to put on my shoes?
I'm not. Why is she so aggressive, dog?
Trying to do that. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to you. Get your information, and I can handle this. But if you refuse to give me your information, if you refuse to give me information
from going into system,
I can't imagine. But what I'm telling you is, if you do refuse to give you your information, then you're hindering my investigation, and then I have to arrest you just for that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take no one to jail. You're not closing the door on me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Oh, you see that bullshit she just pulled? See, that's that ignorant shit that a lot of modern black bitches out here do. When they get confronted with they shit and they don't want to own up to it or show accountability, they want to shut you out. They either want to overtalk you, over holler at you, or they just close you out. This cop wasn't bullshitting with it. Hey, shout out to this policeman for doing that. Because, boy, this is why I cannot be the police. Because you motherfuckers out here in these streets, boy, y'all would hate seeing me pull up.
I actually do I need to come
and then I have to arrest you just
doing way too much
for that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take no one to jail.
Doing way too much.
You're not closing the door on me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. I actually do I need to put my pajamas and my shoes on?
Brother man, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Hold on. And I asked you, do I need to put my shoes and my pajamas on?
I just told you I do not want to take you to jail.
But you want me to give you my information?
Yes, so I can pass it to handle this. Then I have to pass it to them. Yeah, she doesn't know your birthday.
They have my information.
They only have your name.
Don't get a case unless we give them information. That's what he's getting at.
What I'm getting at is I refuse to bow down to her.
You shouldn't have to.
But yet still, y'all
Hold on. You refuse to bow down to her. This is a 14-year-old child. What is this, El Chapo? Is this the daughter of Jeff Fort? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are we hearing? You say you can't believe what I'm hearing. Prostitution ring in her crib. Tell me she not talking about her daughter. This is not her daughter. This is, from what I was understanding early on in this video, her mother, the 14-year-old's mother, has been incarcerated at least since she was 1 year old. This is a relative of the mother, a aunt, a sister, something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. I don't know much more about it, but she's related to this girl, but this is not her daughter. And what I'm seeing from how she's talking and just the whole ambiance of this whole scenario, you've lived well off of her to a degree, and yourself and who you fucking with. But for whatever reason, you don't want to take care of this girl. No, she's the aunt. At least. If nothing else. She's probably the her mother's sister, you know, that she took on. You know how some cases where parents get put in situations where they might have to go away for a while, and instead of putting the children in the system, a family member will take them on, and when they take them on, they also take on, the state, or would fund them to take care of these children. So basically, she's getting off on getting the benefits from this child, but she ain't really taught this child anything. And yeah, so she's mentored, yeah. And because the mother's been at least locked up for the last 13 years at this point. So I don't know what the mama did, but that mama ain't getting out no time soon. And it ain't nothing she can do. She was mistreated her sister's daughter like it. Yeah. Only there for yes, she's only there for the benefits. She don't give a fuck about doing right by this child, being blessed by the Most High for doing, what us as people that try to walk with Christ try to do. She ain't trying to do that. She don't walk with Christ. This is demonic right here. She ain't no better than the Pharisees. She ain't no better than the enemy that put you in bondage. She ain't no better than a murderer that just wants to just take your life just because you're there. She don't care, man. And this is heartbreaking right here.
Here, okay. I was told you're not the first officer.
That tells you right there about the power dynamic in this house. Like, why would you have to bow down to a 14-year-old, man? You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on?
You shouldn't have to.
But yet still, y'all here, okay. I was told you're not the first officer at my door. You're not the first officer at my door is what I'm saying.
Okay.
The first officer told me was coming.
I'm not sure when they're gonna come.
But they told me it's coming.
All right. Go ahead. I gotta talk to him. I'm sorry. Can I talk to you then, sir? Yeah. All right, you want to talk to my partner?
Yeah. All I'm saying is,
throw shoes on or anything? No, I'm all right.
she's not coming back in my house.
Okay.
And I mean that.
Okay. So Audrey, I just spoke to my supervisor. And from these situations get real technical. All right. From what I was told, now what will happen is this will get sent tonight. If they want to be called out, they'll come tonight. If not, then they'll come tomorrow morning.
Okay, but then they need to come tonight.
When it comes, you can tell them on the spot, I don't want to do nothing.
We come tonight because if she come in,
she's gonna come in probably.
And then I'm gonna put my hands on her.
Well,
and then y'all be
again.
That tells you a lot about like what type of environment that this kid is living in, man. It's so like there's a lot of your
and you wonder why this child don't be truthful with this bitch. Because you just so blatantly and just so free willingly just told this officer that if she come back in my house, I'm going to put hands on her. You nothing ass, big back, silverback ass bitch you. You ain't shit. There's a certain place for people like her and others that's like her that needs to go. And it's not a cool thing. And this is why I say I appreciate these body cam videos. I appreciate the patience that the newer officers that are out here are really doing, man. Because if this was so-called, quote unquote, around the Trayvon Martin times, if it was so-called, quote unquote, around the Sandra Bland times, if this was so-called, quote unquote, around the Black Panther times, motherfuckers like her get put down. Okay. See, and I get it now. There's been a lot of situations that's been blown out of proportion as so-called white supremacy and racism and this, that, and the third with certain situations with civilians and law enforcement that go left, too far left. So far left you done fell off the bridge into the fucking lake left, you know. But being that they got the devices that they have now, we really see how some civilians out here really be moving and acting. And then you wonder, you got to ask yourself, are you really mad that sometimes some of these officers had to do what they had to do? Now, there's some cases where, officers have done some things a little bit off the top. This is why a guy like me could have never been the police because you're not about to sit here in my face and I got daughters and you talking about this little girl like this and I ain't thinking about taking you the fuck down. I just can't do it. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'll be in the supervisor's office I'll be in the supervisor's office every other day because of the complaints that I'm doing. I'm telling you, if I came on the scene, Officer Lee is not gonna be playing with you niggas. And ain't nothing shaking when Officer Lee come on the fucking spot. This is why I'm not a policeman. But anyway, that's a fantasy time. But let me go on. I'm sorry, y'all.
The young girls, especially that feel trapped in their homes because they're living in very hateful environments.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go to jail because this I don't have to deal with. I'm too old for it. I don't want no more parts of it. I explained everything right here, standing in front of you, what was going to happen. Y'all will either be back out here or come out here tonight.
Okay. You guys mind if we chat?
I don't got nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Is that your mom?
No, that's my mother-in-law.
Is there any way you guys can calm her down or talk her, just persuade her?
And your mother-in-law ain't shit. So that means that dude right there is her son. Y'all some ain't shit motherfuckers if y'all actually allowing this kind of shit to go on. I'm sorry. I know y'all living in her house, but why are y'all living in her house? God bless a child that has his own. See, I get the whole we supposed to be family, we supposed to look out for each other and shit, right? I get all that. I have that same heart as well. I will give you my last if I felt that you needed it more than me, because guess what? The type of person I am, I'm gonna keep giving it. I'm gonna keep getting. I know Sweetness know exactly what I'm talking about. She know how I am and she know how I've moved. She's seen me in real time be like that. What I did then, I would still do today. But it has to come a time where you have to draw the line. Can't help a motherfucker that don't want to help themselves. That's our problem. That's why we're so disenfranchised. You got people that expect motherfucking shit to happen for them. But no, and you ain't putting in no works. Faith without works is dead. So what are we talking about? And I know I'm going back and forth and I'm saying what I'm saying, but you got to understand what I mean. It's real talk. I mean, we got to do better, man, as a community, as a people. We got to stop blaming everybody else for our fucking lack of. We got to stop blaming everybody else for us not taking care of our business. We do that to ourselves. There's so many of us that be trying to front like we got shit and we ain't got shit. To impress people that don't give two things about you. And for what? Because of the lack of it that you got at home. If you really had that love, if you really had that provision, protection at home, you wouldn't go out in the streets and try to impress motherfuckers that don't give two shits about you.
I told her, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm being straight up. I don't want to take anyone to jail, but we have to by law. It's freaking you out, right? I hate frogs too. I hate frogs. So I don't know if you guys could talk her down a little bit or what.
That's his mother. I don't know if he say, then
Yeah, it sounds like it's either her way or the highway. Yeah. What? How you doing? What's wrong?
Scared.
So Audrey
Yeah.
is pretty upset.
This breaks my heart. This little girl is in a bad situation. She's living with people that don't care for her. Her mother, regardless of what she did and why she's incarcerated, can't be there to protect her. No one said anything about the father or any other person that could care for this child. And we got to listen to this little girl weep like this. And only imagine what she's going through. And this is why I say, some of you women out here that bitch and moan about the men that y'all come into contact with, some of the girlfriends that betray you and do this or do that. Look who is raising them. Look who's raising them. A lot of things that happen with these youngsters is not because they just was born that way. A lot of it is from learned behavior. Man, that's a beautiful heart that you said right there. And that just touched me through you even saying that. This is heartbreaking, y'all. This little girl's terrified. And this is a nothing ass bitch that is doing this child like this. I have daughters. I have daughters. I would never put my daughters in this situation. I hate to see another little child, boy or girl, go through something like this. We gotta do better, y'all. We are fucking tearing our fucking families apart, our communities apart, bit by bit, case by case, house by house. That's all she wants. That's all she wants. But she can't get it from this one. How? That bitch don't even love herself. Look at her. I wouldn't love myself either.
Seth, she's been saying you were lying to her and whatnot.
Lying to her about what?
I'm not sure. She said you're supposed to have cheer practice, but then you lied and said that you're going to stay at the basketball game.
I did stay at the basketball game.
Yeah, she said originally you're supposed to have cheer practice and you didn't show up.
He said, yes, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the problem is.
Okay. All right, well, let me quick. Okay? What's your leg?
No.
Why, is it hot?
Yeah, I just don't like being in the car.
You want me to open the window? I can't let you out right now. Just give me 2 seconds, okay? Watch your leg. All right, so I told is your wife?
Yes.
All right, so I told your wife. Is she normally like this? She normally gets this upset?
This is the first time she's done something this far.
So is she gonna go in the house or
Let me
what do you think?
And of course, this old brick body bitch is with an even older man, and he probably got his finances in order. That's why they living in a house like this. I know she thinks about her aunt. She's her aunt. Yeah. No, that woman does hate her. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it that this fucking bitch hates that little girl. For what reason? I don't know. So, but that shouldn't even be an issue. Why are you see? This is the dynamic that I'm seeing a lot of now with a lot of women today, and either their daughters or young women, family, or even associates around them. A lot of these women is just miserable fucking people. Y'all missed y'all shot. Y'all missed y'all opportunity. I don't know what the fuck they missing. I don't know. But what I can say is this. Anybody that has that kind of hatred towards a child, that's something internal within you. There's something that you're lacking in as an individual. Something that you didn't do, or you wasn't. She was probably always big backed. She was probably in 5th grade and weighed twice as much as the average child in that motherfucker. I don't know. She probably used to get chased home every damn night because every day from school because she's funny looking. I don't know. But that's not our fault. That's not that child's fault. She's crazy, man. All right, let's go.
You understand we're different agencies, so I can't say what another agency's going to do. Yeah. You work with them, I'll be more than happy to work with you. I promise you that. It's a civil issue, it should stay at that. Hopefully it will. All right. All right, brother. Just give us a call, all right? You too.
Police department. No, Audrey.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Sorry, you have a warrant. Do you want to get dressed real quick? Right here. Here we go. Take the bag. Transfer document.
Now here we go. Now that was December of 24. Now is the end of February of 25. So couple months passed. This is a couple months later. I don't know where this child is at this point. I would hope that this child got placed somewhere that can care for her, but now they coming for this bitch. See, she thought it was sweet. You know, she thought it was cool. And she's gonna have to atone for that. So all right, so let's go. We wrapping that part up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands behind the brisket, ma'am. Like, what did you expect?
So I won't drop anything?
While we wait for dispatch to confirm it, you can make a phone call if you like.
How am I going to make a phone call?
We can help you with it.
You should have offered that to me beforehand.
Ma'am, we're being courteous. We don't have to do it for you, okay?
I heard that.
So relax. Don't be
Right. Rand. That's exactly how it would have came at it. We ain't got to do shit for you, bitch. We got a warrant for you behind this fuck shit that you did a couple months ago. Now we coming for you. Okay? So it is what it is. The fuck? Ain't gonna do shit for your fucking bum ass. Look at her. Bad built body ass looking motherfucker. Don't know what a gym looked like. But anyway, let's go.
Us, we didn't do anything.
You're here.
Yeah, because this is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
This is our job.
Yeah, they got to arrest you because you're hateful.
You're supposed to ignore the judge and not come over here?
Fine, you're here. Either way it go, I wasn't giving.
So we can try to alleviate the stress by helping you make a phone call and stuff like that.
How am I going to make a phone call?
We can help you
I don't
with
know.
it. We can hold it for you.
We didn't seen too many motherfucking body cams where somebody had they fucking hands behind their back in the motherfucking bracelets and still was able to fucking make a call on the phone. Fuck out of here, bitch. They just said it twice. They'll make sure you make a call. Whatever call you need to make, whatever arrangements that you need to do. You got to call a lawyer. You might need to do that right now.
Why you call whoever you want to call. We have to search your bag. Is there anything in there? You'd be surprised.
Not a big bag. Not a fat bag.
I'm already out here in class.
All right.
Here, we can go down in the car.
The woman was arrested and charged with child.
Man, it's so.
And that's sad. And I really hope that that child is put in a better place than where she was. And it ain't no telling how long that little girl dealt with whatever she dealt with up under her provision. You know, what if this girl used to get beat on? What if this girl got um starved? What if this girl just got, obviously she got verbally, you know, abused. It's quite obvious. If she was talking to the police like this, I can only imagine what she was saying and how she was talking to that child over the years. That broke my heart, man. That one there broke my heart. There's another one that's even worse. We're gonna do a double play of the Cebu play. Okay, hold on. Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, here we go. This is another heavy Gant. This is out here in Florida. Shout out to Florida. Florida just be doing the most.
To a
But here
woman's
we
side
go.
all after she said her son was preventing her from leaving for work.
How old is your son? He's 19. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. I can't keep being late.
Hey, yo, police ride-alongs is the channel, guys. If you want to watch this video without my brilliant commentary, my big head popping up talking, click the link in the description. Go over there, sub, hit the bell for notifications. But you should know I only do these videos for my audience.
All would end soon after that.
We're not going to waste no time. Let's go.
But before officers could arrive, the woman called.
Hold on. Are you saying this child got abandoned after that? Because see, if that's the case, it's 2026 now. So she was 14 and 24. So right now, she's 16. I hope that's not the case, because you only know what's going to happen behind all that. The streets will get her. Some old guy, that want to take advantage of a girl with low self-esteem and nowhere to go. Oh, you talking about that girl? That woman. That's what. That's what. Maybe so. I don't know. Who gives a shit? But 9 times out of 10, she probably had a smack on her hand. But anyway, we on a whole nother show. But let's go with this.
Called 911 again, this time saying that her son now had a gun.
911, what is the address of your emergency? Yes, he has a gun on him. He just pulled out a gun on me.
Dispatch relayed this new information to the officers, and they responded accordingly.
Walk out! Walk out! Walk out! Walk out all the way. Lay on the ground. Lay on the ground. Lay on the ground. Lay on the ground, bitch. Ma'am, stop.
Hold on. First off, do you hear how his mother is talking to him in front of the police while the police got their guns drawn? It's bad enough that she already called 911 on him the first time, but she calls back while they en route to the residence and said that he pulled a gun on her. A black man in America being called upon from law enforcement that they pulled a gun on somebody. There's been so many cases of that being said on 911s where that assailant, whether they had a gun or not, got shot. This bitch ain't shit either. And you wonder why we have YNs. You wonder why we have mentally unstable so-called baddies out here. You wonder. You wonder why we have this culture in the black community that's being exploited by those that's making millions and billions of dollars off of us are allowing that behavior to happen. You wonder, and you got to ask yourself this question once again: who raised them?
Stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
That's my son. I wanted you all to come so he could leave me the alone. He don't got a gun. I wanted y'all to come to keep
One defense.
Move. He don't got no gun.
Why would you say that on 911 on a
What in the fuck? We just heard what the fuck she just said, right? You bum ass, fraudulent BBL that don't match the thighs ass bitch. That's his mother. Just said out her damn mouth. I swear to God, I done seen some shit. I done heard some things. I didn't experience some things, but if it's one thing that I have never heard until today is a mother calling the police on their child and lie that this child pulled a gun on. I done seen some shit where children and took their mamas out, and you kind of wonder. And I know, yeah, damn, that was fucked up, right? We didn't heard stories about children taking their parents out, right? But do you really know what the backstory was behind that? Why a child would even remotely think of doing that, especially to their mother? All right, let's go.
Can you imagine? Holy shit. Let's run this back. Let's run this back. Listen to how she's talking. Listen to how she's talking. This is his mama. Listen to how she's talking. She's talking like somebody in the street. She talking like she don't even know this boy.
Lay on the ground, bitch ass.
Ma'am, stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
That's my son. I wanted you all to come so he could leave me the alone. He don't got a gun. I wanted y'all to come to keep
One defense.
Move. He don't got no gun.
Why?
What do you mean? This is what I did so he can leave me alone. This is your fucking son. What do you mean leave you alone? What is he doing that he can't have boundaries of a child towards parent, that he can't leave you alone? What the fuck are you talking about, ho? Oh my God, this shit is so fucking irritating, aggravating to me. But anyway, let's go.
Why would you say that on 911 on a recorded line?
Crazy.
Bro, what the bro, I don't got
That's
no.
what you
What
get
if we
for
would have shot him, man?
Cause he's crazy. Cause he's crazy.
Crazy.
Bro, what the bro, I don't got
That's
no.
what you
What
get
if we
for
would have
being
shot him, man?
disrespectful.
Bro, what the bro?
Hands behind your back.
That's what you get for being mother disrespectful. You was reaching in your pocket, so bitch, I didn't know what you had.
2 detained, code 4, slow anybody else down with traffic.
No motherly.
Hey, listen. This is a young man at this time, right? This is one of them situations where hopefully this young man get right about himself, get himself together, build himself up, self-made himself, and leave her where the fuck she's standing. Because I guarantee you, when he comes up in the world and she's still where she's at, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, she's gonna need that man. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna turn his back on her. And I can't even say that I wouldn't blame him. You could have got that man unalived right there, saying that fugazi ass shit. They came out with their guns drawn, y'all. Y'all saw it. If he would have made a certain move other than keeping his hands in the air, they would have shot that boy right in front of him. Another news story. This bitch ain't shit. I'm tired of seeing this shit. I'm tired of saying this shit. I'm tired of talking about this shit. I'm tired, period, of this shit.
Instinct. So you would call armed men with guns and lie on your son and say your son had a gun and call those armed men to come deal with your son? What?
I'm gonna sit you. Oh, damn, bro. Okay, you gonna stand up for me, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I need
Yeah,
you.
hey, mama gotta live too. Mama gotta live too. Come on.
Help me out. Hey, I got you. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, mama got to show off that fake looking ass, bum stanking looking ass BBL she got. You know, this is Florida. So, you know, the doctors out there, the BBL peoples, they prominent in the state of Florida. You can go to certain places in Florida and get that shit, you know, for whatever, if you come up with the money. Fucking bitch, man. This broad could have got this man unalive. Right in her face. And her son. Her son. Not some nigga off the street. Not some motherfucker attacking her. Not somebody trying to rob her or hurt her. Her fucking child that she carried. This is what she did to this man. And you wonder why our society is the way it is right now.
That shit aggravating. Sit down. Tired of his ass. You need to get him from around my house, man.
Sit down. You have
Get
to
him
evict
from
him.
around, huh?
You'd have to evict him.
Hey, I just let it there.
Sure. Yep.
Hey, man, they always fight.
Okay.
This dude,
Okay.
Bitch, stop coming at my house. I'm tired of your kid. You had a couple pumps. Go on. I'm tired of him. He's disrespectful. I don't want him in my house, sir.
Okay. Gee, I wonder why he's disrespectful.
I don't even yell like this. I'm tired of him.
I got her detained. I'm also probably going to take her for abuse from 911. I'm lying on the recorded
sir, I'm so much mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to jail, sir. No, we're gonna figure it out though. Let's see what's going on first. All right. Just sit up right here. All right. All right.
He's in that car. Let's put her in a car just for now.
Come get in the car for.
Because you're going to jail.
Hey, but check this out though. Look at how this young man is moving. Did this young man look like or had demeanor that he's like anything that she's talking about right now? Me and wifey was just talking about this shit because we was just looking at this earlier, and we was like, "Come on, man." If anything, he probably got tired of her verbal lashings and probably snapped off. Probably just got fed up. This boy's 19 years old. He a grown man now. He a young man, but he's still a grown man. And he's had to deal with this all his life with this woman. And how this woman moves, how this woman reacts, how she emotionally regulates herself, how she problem solves, how she just everything. How she handles things. This is the type of person that she can't handle nothing without cursing, swearing, and putting hands on you. I know the type. Young man, please get your life together, even if it takes you going to the military. Get your life together. I'm telling you. When you boss up and see, because there are certain cases where, children grow up in volatile households, and when they get of age, because in their mind, they be thinking, when I get grown, when I get on my own, I ain't gonna do nothing of what I experienced. And a lot of times, when they keep that mindset, they stay on that and they do better. And then they lead them people where they at. And guess what's gonna happen when all that's said and done? This same heifer right here is gonna need him. It's gonna need him because ain't nobody else fucking with him. And he gonna leave her where she standing. Oh man, Ross, you wrong for that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because when you not only do wrong by people, that's one thing. But when you do wrong by your children, that's a special kind of hell for you. That's a special kind of hell for you. I don't give a fuck what you think you about as a person. Treating your children like this is an abomination. Oh well, man, there's certain things. Well, the children, they do the parents wrong. Where they get it from? What they see? What did they see coming up in their existence with the parents to make them feel that way? This is learned behavior. Anyway, let's go.
Jail.
For what?
For lying on a recorded line. You did. As soon as I walked up, you said, and he didn't have a gun.
He act like he
He didn't have a gun. I just said it so y'all get here quick. That's exactly what you said.
No, he didn't. No,
Go,
I said he
go. It's on my camera. It doesn't matter.
Man, bro, what the
Look at her bum ass. Look at her. Look at the veracity. Oh my God, who fucked this broad? Who fucked this broad? This uber masculine ass bitch. Obviously, it only happened one time that she got pregnant because that's the only child that I know that she got. Thank God for that. Who is her mother? That's what I really want to know. That's the $1 million question. Who the fuck is this bitch's mother? Because she had him when she was 15. He's 19. So that makes her 34. Where your mama at? Someone needs to knock on her mama door and say, Miss So-and-so, you's a punk bitch. What? Swat! No, I'm just playing. I don't want, I'm not here to promote violence. I'm just talking shit. But anyway. But you know what I'm saying.
We're not doing that.
The underhook of justice. The underhook of the patriarchy is what that looked like. Let me rewind that back. Hey, that officer went ahead and put that underhook in, didn't he?
Stop saying that. We're not doing that.
The patriarchy.
Where you going? Oh, let's go.
What car? Just put it. It doesn't matter. Just any car. Any car.
Hey, let him, bro, this little boy so disrespectful. I would never do nothing for him again.
You're not involved, bro. You're not involved.
You have the keys? Where are your keys?
I would never do nothing for him again. I swear I'm too much of a good parent.
You a good parent and you will never do nothing for him again, bitch. Fuck you. Who cares? He probably don't care. He's probably at that point with you where I'm glad you said that. If he's smart, I'm telling you, leave her be. Do whatever you got to do, young man. Find your path the best you can. Get you a mentor that can teach you. Talk to a pastor. Get you a church home. Do whatever you got to do to get the fuck away from that demon. Because she is a demon. How she's talking, the veracity of her voice is of a demon. Leave them bitches alone.
Eric,
Oh.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, she seems like a good parent. Ma'am, you just tried to put some bullshit on your son. You damn near got him killed by the police. Where is this woman's motherly instinct? Where is your motherly instinct? You cannot be for real. Like, seriously, man, please tell me this shit is AI.
You have the keys? Where are your keys?
I would never do nothing for him again. I swear I'm too much of a good parent. I'm so mad. That's what boyfriend made me go to job because he was in my car acting crazy.
You know, it's an old saying that dogs get mad, and you definitely a bitch. Dogs get mad. You know, people get angry and upset, but dogs get mad. So you are definitely a bitch. Just had to put that out there. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Bro.
That's the first teacher of the child, guys.
Yeah,
First teacher of the
I
child.
can't believe it.
First teacher of the
Yeah,
child,
just
right
remember
there.
the hobbles and she starts getting. After that was settled, officers would start to get the son's side of the story.
So she don't even need to be. So she just wanted you to leave? She just wanted me to leave, but I just wanted to get some clothes. That's it, sir. Okay. Where do you stay at when you're not here? I live here, like literally live here. Okay. All right. Just give me some. Just sit right here. Yeah. Sit right here.
Well, no. What I was going to say is, sir, nobody need to be going to jail, sir.
Okay. Well, your mom.
No, she needs to go to jail, young man. But let's keep watching.
Mom abused 911. She lied to us. We could have shot you, dude.
You could have shot us. You should have shot me.
She said you had a gun, dude.
No, listen.
You were good. You cooperated, but I'm saying like she's lying to 911 and escalating calls.
No, I don't, sir.
So that's against the law, dude. You can't do that.
She don't need to go to jail, though.
Okay.
Sir.
All right.
Please.
I cannot believe it. Never had kids. I do so much for you.
Yeah, we can clearly see, ma'am, that you did it with a loving heart. We can clearly see that you don't resent that boy. We can clearly see that, right? Does anybody want to defend this woman? Anybody want to defend her? It's always a few comments of people wanting to defend the most trifling folks we see on body cam. Like, this is a truth channel. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gets a fair shake, but does anybody want to defend this woman? Please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. I'd like to know your mentality. If she's treating this kid like that, there's a deep-seated hatred she has for him. I don't know what it's from. We're not going to find that out on this video. But if she'll call the police and lie,
I can tell you where that's from. 9 times out of 10, this young man reminds him, him, because that's what she acting like, of the man that she had that baby with, that left her. I can almost guarantee that she sees certain mannerisms, expressions, veracity, attitude from that young man that she did with the man that she had that child with. Excuse me. And she hates it. She hates it. Because that man probably got with her. Yeah, she was 15 when she got popped off with her. So that he was probably an older dude, saw her, young, spry, coming up, wooed her, and tossed her up like a pizza. Probably promised her this and that and that and this. And when it was all said and done, he didn't stand on his promise. and left her hanging, left her dangling. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and left. And that affected her. But she didn't get no help from that. She didn't seek any counseling from that. She didn't find herself a church home. She didn't get any kind of instructions to get her through. And whatever she did what she did. Hell, she probably got that residence right there off of the baby daddy's money. But I know right now, being that he's 19, she ain't getting shit off this motherfucker. So now you got to get out here and work. Now you got to get out here and earn a living. If nothing else, take care of your ass. And you hate this man because of what that man did to you. But you chose him. You chose him. So whose fault is that?
It say the boy had. That's what a bitter baby mama does. Not your mama. Not your mama. But if she'll do that, what else would she do? How do you think? Did you hear how she was talking to that boy? So how was she talking to him when he was 5? How was she talking to him when he was 6? How was she talking to him when he was 10, when he was 12? What's his confidence like? What's his self-esteem like? Living around somebody like this who'll do this to you. This is demonic.
I do a lot for my son. You understand me?
Listen,
ma'am, everybody's supposed to do things for their kids. You don't get a medal for that.
I do a lot for my son. You understand me?
You know, the only medal that you get for taking care of your kids and your children is them loving you, respecting you, and never taking anything for granted from you. You don't get no special treatment. You don't get no certain instant gratification. Ain't nobody about to knock on your door and give you a publisher clearinghouse check for $100 million, bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? You laid up. You let that motherfucker shoot up the club and pop you off. You had that, baby. So that's what you deal with. Nobody owe you shit. Nobody owe you nothing. These overly entitled, slow, low IQ ass motherfuckers out here, man. Y'all be moving weird. Y'all talk about other motherfuckers weird. No, y'all weird. I hate that. Oh, y'all being weird. No, you weird. Get your shit together. You might live longer.
listen.
I had one when I was 15.
Okay, listen.
Okay, ma'am, that is your mistake. That is not that boy's mistake that you had him when you was 15. Figure that shit out. That ain't got nothing to do with him. Your children aren't here to pay for your sins.
For him.
Are you gonna listen or are you gonna keep?
I'm gonna listen.
Okay, you're screaming and everything is not helping.
I know.
It's not gonna change anything. Okay.
I know.
Right now, let us figure it out. Right now, you're just here. You're not under arrest yet. Okay, you're just here in the
No,
car.
because I didn't want y'all to kill my son. I didn't know what he had.
We get that. We get that.
I didn't want y'all to kill him, so I
Let
said
us-
no. I just said that.
Let us.
But I
do-
wasn't.
I didn't want y'all to kill him, so I lied and said he had a gun. Shut up, man. That don't even make sense.
And I did feel like he had a gun.
Okay, I just pulled up.
I didn't want y'all to kill my son.
See, this is why short but shorty bitches don't need children. That was the most remedial excuse I've ever fucking heard. What? I ain't want y'all to kill him, but I just said that to you. What? God, fucking women, man. They out here bad, man. Brothers, this is who y'all be wanting. Brothers, this is who y'all be wanting to take out. The Ruth Chris. The Fogo de Chow. This is what y'all want to be spending $3, $4, $5, $6, $700 on a date to go out with. This is who y'all be wanting. Is this what it's all about? Money, eating, drinking, fucking, sucking, retarding. Is this what it's all about? Money. The fuck? Her womb is so polluted.
Okay.
No?
That's my son at the end of the day.
I just pulled up. I don't know
okay.
what
She said,
heard.
"Oh yeah, oh you going to jail for lying because when y'all put the gun out, when they put the gun out, I said this. I said no, he didn't have a gun. I just said I didn't want y'all to kill him in front of me and it be my fault.
Okay.
But he was acting crazy and said he gonna burn me. If you gonna burn me, that means you got a gun.
Okay, we're just try to.
Why would your son like dog? That probably is how they talking in that house. But again, who's the first teacher of the child? I mean, listen, I would be okay. I'd be okay. Okay, like I would be willing to say you got an unruly teenage son that's in the streets or whatever the case is, and you can't control him. I'd be willing to give you that until I see this woman act like that. Oh no. However this kid is acting, she taught it.
Relax right now. We're figuring everything out. You're just in the back of my car, so that way you guys are separated. That's it.
Son, if he explained to you the whole reason that we're here and why you got put in handcuffs is if she called on 911 and said that you had a gun, you pointed it at her, all types of other stuff. So
you can see I don't got a gun.
we're just gonna. I understand, but I mean, you got a hoodie on, so we didn't know initially. That's why we approach it like that.
I totally cool.
We're gonna make sure you don't have any warrants. I'm gonna take you in handcuffs and I'm gonna ask you what happened. Okay?
Bro, I'm a good parent.
Okay.
You don't
Listen,
understand.
I'm trying to help you through this. Does he live here with you?
Yes, he
Okay,
do.
so all you have to do, go to the courthouse, get him evicted.
But why you gotta disrespect me though, bro?
That's his decision. Not some
Bitch, you a disrespectful bitch. So what are you talking about? You negating everything that this officer's telling you. This is why you know this motherfucker's unruly and deserves to be by her goddamn self. Like the fuck, man. Shut the fuck up and listen.
Okay, I agree with whatever you're saying, but that I can't change that.
I mean, disrespectful people tend to raise disrespectful children.
She waited till we laid him out on the ground, cuffed him, and then she was like cursing at him and shit like that. That's what she
It was
did.
in the note that
And
said,
and she said on my camera, he didn't have a gun. He didn't have a gun. I just said that to get y'all here quicker.
This little boy so disrespectful, bro. Bro, you don't disrespect
How old is
me.
Oh,
he?
Yo,
How old is he?
19, you don't disrespect
Okay,
me.
he's an adult. You got to get him evicted, though. That's the only way, because we can't forcefully remove him.
Hey man, go to the military, young man.
It's not that. I was outside in my car.
Okay, but I'm just saying that if you want
And
this
y'all
to
act like
stop,
it's normal, like, bro, you don't disrespect your mama.
oh, look, we can't force people to act how they want to act.
So you stay here.
Yeah,
You just came in to get your stuff. What are you guys arguing about?
I just want to get some clothes and leave. That's it.
But why is she like?
Why are you guys fighting?
I don't even
You know?
know. I just want to get
That's your mom.
That's my mom. That's what I'm saying. You don't even need to be in no hand, in no arms.
Look at his demeanor. He's just like, look, I'm just trying to get some clothes and leave. Not one time did he act out. Not one time did he get out of frame. Not one time did he didn't move accordingly to make these officers see. We see what the real problem is. Brother, just like what Heavy Gant said, man, go to the military. Find you a church home. Get away from this woman. I guarantee you when you have your life together in 2 to 5 years, she gonna want you back in her life, man. And it's up to you whether or not you forgive her. But it's motherfuckers like her that need to be by their goddamn self. Doing the shit what you just did, I don't think I can ever forgive anybody in my family, especially my parents, calling the police on me, claiming I pointed a gun at her, and these motherfuckers coming down on 10. I don't think I can forgive you for that. I don't give a fuck how mad you are. I don't give a fuck what we talked about, what we argued about. I don't know if I can forgive you for that. And I know God say, hey, man, forgive our enemies and and all that. Hey, I get it, but there's certain lines you got to cross, and there's certain things that you just can't accept. There's a line that has to be drawn in the sand, man, on certain shit. That right there, that could have ended really bad, and it would have been all her fault because you don't know how to control and contain your sporadic, irrational, remedial, low IQ ass attitude.
And for sure, I mean, I 100% don't doubt that this young man is disrespecting his mama. 100%. 100%. But where are you supposed to learn respect? Where do you learn it? This dude is 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? You can't decide at 19 years old to be some sort of disciplinarian. This is they been had some old dumb shit like this going on for a long time in this household. I would imagine. Could be wrong. Don't think I am.
Yeah, but you can't call 911 and say that. It wasn't even that serious. No, I get, but when she made it serious. You know, I told her we could have shot him because we didn't know what was going on. That's why. She's saying you're pointing a gun at her. We roll up, you got a hoodie, we don't know what's going on. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there must be a little bit more, but still, like, you could go, you could be like, no, and you could go to reach for your wallet or something, and all of a sudden it's perceived because she said that, you know what I mean?
And everybody be out here wanting to protest, and she be the main one crying.
I ain't want to,
Now he walking out. Come on, bro. That shit ain't player. Hey, bro. That shit crazy. Like, bitch, I raised you with a. That shit crazy, dog.
A female.
Look how she talk. Look how masculine and how niggerish she talk, man. Walk away, bro. Get whatever you trying to get up out of there that you can. Hell, even if it's a few items, a few outfits. Fuck it. You will build. You will get more shit. Leave that motherfucker alone. This bitch ain't shit. She ain't right. She ain't right at all.
Officer would soon arrive to search the woman and take her to
You
jail.
want to take it with you or you want to leave it? You want to take it with
Bro,
you?
I look a man. Like, what the?
I'm trying to tell you, I think these wigs and weaves got spirits. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am, no. I do think it's probably some spirits over here ministering around the West Palm Beach area. Come on.
Like, what the?
All right, ready?
I'm going to jail.
Yeah,
About my
bitch.
kid. Like, come on, my kid. Like, that shit crazy.
Get your ugly ass in the car.
Can y'all please get my keys out my car and lock my car door? Please, I'm begging y'all.
You want the keys to come with you?
Yes.
I mean, you see how erratic and unhinged she is? I can't imagine.
And she got a hammer ass head. But anyway, that's just beside the point. But I'm just saying, I just had to point that out. But all right, let's go.
The shell shock a kid must have living in a house like that with a person like that, because especially she's 15 years old when she had him, right? So you're 15, you're fucking growing up. You're not an adult. So as she grows up, the little boy grows up. So as she figures things out or fucks up and makes mistakes, the little kid is along for the ride. Oh my God. See, this type of shit right here, it does exhaust me, man. It does exhaust after you see so many.
It's sad because you wonder why we have the climate of the society in our community, what we have, you know. But all right, let's wrap this up real quick.
That white car, y'all have to cut it off. Like, I'm really going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch, you going to jail.
You lied on your son, ma'am.
Is that hers?
Yeah.
Jail. I'm really going to jail.
Yes.
The officer charged her with misuse of 911, a misdemeanor in Florida. The woman initially entered a plea of not guilty, but changed that to guilty a few weeks later. The court accepted her plea, but withheld adjudication.
Oh my God, that's some bullshit. So they just gave that bitch a slap on the motherfucking hand, man. She put her son's life in the hands of law enforcement, and all she got was a slap on her motherfucking hand. Something got to change with some of these laws, like for real. And this is why I keep saying there is a high need for mental health facility, you know, because this shit, it's ridiculous out here. I My girl Danny C, that's a part of Chicago Flip Red, had posted something, and this is another thing that is a problem with our children and who is raising them. These single moms are not really teaching these children anything. So we're gonna see what Danny C had to say. Shout out to her for putting this out here. This is what's really going on here in Chicago, and I'm quite sure in a whole lot of other cities.
Friday, we went to protest CTU, and we are going to do that until the feds come. So when we went there Friday, I guess they were having a celebration, something like that. But you should have seen it. All the nice cars of all the CTU workers. And my thing was this: how can you celebrate? How can you come in with your brand new cars and things like that when what's happening in the educational system is a travesty? It's no way they should be able to go and party and drive nice cars when these are the facts with our kids. I carry this around in my purse everywhere I go. I carry these stats around. Let me read this to you guys. Chicago Public Schools education results. Only 29% of students are proficient in reading. Only 18% of students are proficient in math. Okay, let's break this down. Proficient in reading by grade level. Third grade, only 21%. Fourth grade, 26%. Grade 5, 27%. Grade 6, 35%. Grade 7, 33%. Grade 8, 39%. Yet, 81.
So basically, and I know what a lot of y'all gonna say, well, it's the teachers. You're not teaching the children anything. But parents, are you reviewing what your children are doing at home with their homework? Are you going over what they're being learned in school and correcting them if they get things wrong? Or are you just telling them just to do whatever? I'll look at it later. Here's your iPad. Here's your phone. Get out my face. I got company. Is that what y'all doing? Your children are dumb. Let's just call a spade a spade. I'm not about to sugarcoat this shit. I'm not about to um, tiptoe to the tulips with it. Your children are dumb. Your children have the lowest reading and math. Those are the two most important things: reading comprehension and math. Nothing else is important that you need to learn in school. I mean, probably history, but depends on what school you with. But if you want to know history, it's all taught at home. See, in my household, they're taught a little bit different than what these schools are teaching. And we're not stopping what they learn from school, but we're going to correct things as well. We're just not about to let them just be willy nilly and we just go off by our business and just not, care. So the children at this level of a grade level, because of you. Yes, I'm talking to you single women out here. That's majority of the caregivers of these children. Y'all trifling, and you need to look at yourself. You probably didn't even do that well in school, your damn self. So you don't give a fuck. Some of y'all that did, if you're allowing your child to be like that, y'all need to get put on blast. But anyway, let's go.
1% of students graduate. So this percentage of students that can't even read at grade level, yet 81% of students graduate. You heard what I told you. Okay. Now, let's say this, guys. If you can't read, if you're not reading at grade level, how in the world can you go and they allow these students to graduate knowing that they can't even read? This is reading and math. 18% of the students are proficient in math, only 18. Yet right now, they're taking your kids outside to protest ICE and to protest for them, CPS, CTU, to get more money to fund that, to fund those stats, to fund that failure. That's what they're having your kids outside protesting. Not protesting those failing reading levels and math levels. No, how dare we talk about what's really affecting the kids? No, we want more money to fund these failing programs, AKA to fund CTU lifestyle, because we know we haven't received a forensic audit in what, almost 5 years? And we know that we are paying millions to fund their lifestyles, their lavish trips, and for them to go and just live a great life on our tax dollars. Yeah, they have our kids out there protesting that garbage. Any parents that's okay with this, because this is the standard for CPS. This is okay. This is what they okay with. This is the stats right here is what they're celebrating.
And then on top of that, they got these physically and mentally challenged children in CPS systems riding on fucked up buses that hardly have heat in the winter, hardly have air in the summer, working the workers, the bus drivers, and the attendants to the bone. I know this personally because I've seen it personally. These fucking parents of these kids just toss their children off in the wilderness with no care, don't give a fuck, half-ass meet them when they get out of school to bring them to a conducive household because they too busy doing and acting how they do. And we supposed to look at these numbers and not say nothing. Ladies, and I will say ladies, because a large percentage of these children is raised by you ladies. Y'all ain't shit. You a piece of shit. You lazy as shit. You slow as shit when you shouldn't have had them kids. But because you had them kids is the reason why you even have the half-ass lifestyle that you have right now. Because if you never had children, you'll be out here in the fucking gutter. You'll be out here right here in the rain right now, homeless. I'm hearing outside my window, outside my house. You'll be out here bad. But y'all want to act like y'all fucking doing something. Y'all want to front on Facebook. Y'all want to be half-ass content creators on Facebook. Because I'm seeing now more and more, all you bitches that's on Facebook now that do the shit y'all do, y'all make a little change off of it now. So what? What y'all gonna do with it besides spend it? Nothing. You ain't gonna invest it. You don't know nothing about stocks. You don't know about business investments. What, eyelashes and weave? That's why y'all crazy now. All that shit y'all putting on y'all body and on y'all skin, in y'all skin, in your bloodstream with this shit. Oh, y'all think it's just sitting there? It ain't doing nothing? Yeah, slowly but surely it's affecting you. I just saw an article that in some of the weaves that y'all buy have as many as 162 chemicals in it that y'all plop and sew and glue all in y'all head and think that ain't gonna affect y'all in the long run. Fucking idiots. But anyway.
And okay with what's happening to your kid, not educating your kid, but yet they get 30,000 per student, CPS does, and your kids, this is what's happening right here. So we're being indoctrinated by liberal teachers, liberals and democratic teachers. And the high schools, they allow Democrats to come in and talk to the students, set up booths and things like that, register them to vote. But I bet they would not allow Chicago Flips Red to come in and have a booth, talk to the kids and educate them on policies. Just talk policies, facts. Just put out the facts. You think CPS would allow us to come in and do that and educate the students? Of course not. This is how they keep us voting blue no matter who. Feels red. We are fighting for your kids so they can have a great education, something that should be allowed to all the kids. We are paying for this. Property taxes, we are paying for this. We should have a great educational system for our kids. We don't have a dog in this fight yet. We are fighting harder for your kids than you are. We don't have any kids in the CPS system. There's no way this should be acceptable to any parent or any teacher who care about the kids. No way. So this is so we're just asking that you all get involved. We are asking that you talk to your kids. Let them know that what's happening. Go up there to your schools, go up there to your kids' schools, go talk, go let them know. Do not indoctrinate my kids and tell my kids how to vote. Don't tell my kids to vote Democrat or try to incentivize them or push them towards voting blue, no matter who. No, that's not your job. Your job is to teach my kids reading, English, math, just the basic things that you're failing to do. That's your job. Do your job. Safety. Don't indoctrinate my kids and tell them to vote for a Democrat. All right, guys. So I'm just telling you, we need all hands on deck, because if the parents don't rise up, if the teachers that care don't rise up, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but
I'm gonna tell you, if the parents don't rise up and if these teachers ain't doing their job, get your children up out them schools and put them in the right schools. We can't just leave it all up to the school system. They only gonna do so much. A teacher only teaches you a lesson. The parents is what is supposed to be your tutor of life, to guide you further along in life. And if you ain't got the right parents that's guiding you into that, the school system is only going to go so far. I mean, I get what she's saying. I respect it because yeah, there are a lot of students that are failing in school because of what the teachers is more focused on with their own personal agendas instead of really teaching them children how to be children. But anyway, all right, here we go. We about to go here. I was hoping that I wasn't gonna hear this shit, but goddamn it, Tiffany Henry is fucking back in the news. Like goddamn, she is back in the news. So shout out to Black Conservative Perspective. We about to see what the fuck she's on right now, because you know she's living in Atlanta, Georgia now, in Fulton County. Let's see what she got going on.
Well, WGN Investigates has learned Tiffany Henyard is not done with politics just yet. The former South Suburban politician has moved to Georgia and appears to be running for office there. The local board of elections says Tiffany A. Henyard has qualified to run for a district commissioner's job in Fulton County. Henyard did not respond to a request for comment, though. The county includes Atlanta and surrounding suburbs. The longtime Democrat is running as a Republican, will not face any opponents in the primary. The district is heavily Democratic, and 4 candidates are vying for that nomination.
This is somebody who hasn't had much of a chance to establish roots, and she's going to be running against people who have far deeper roots in the community. And so that might actually end up being what is her undoing. It may not be because of her scandalous past, but it may be she hasn't lived long enough in this district.
And there are also questions about whether Henyard has lived in Georgia long enough to hold office. Also today, Henyard lost a $10,000 judgment in a rent dispute with her former landlord back in Dalton.
Boy. So we got to talk about a very, very, very disturbing story. A story that I kind of feared, right? The last time I talked about the former super ghetto mayor, Tiffany Henyard, okay? Everybody remembers her, the former mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and the former supervisor of the Thornton Township. The woman that was accused of basically stealing tax money from her own constituents, running the township, running the town of Dalton into the ground as mayor, as supervisor, a complete and total disgrace. Okay. This woman apparently is now running for office in Georgia, a place that she just moved to, right, in Fulton County, as a MAGA Republican. Now, this is something that has been in the making for a little bit now, right? And I kind of think I understand what's going on here, as Tiffany Henyard allegedly is still under FBI investigation. We haven't really heard much about how the investigation is going. I think this woman should have been in jail a long time ago, but there's been some signs that Tiffany Henyard was going to make this switch, right? That she was going to jump ship from being a Democrat to becoming a Republican. And I want to go ahead and roll some clips here before we get into this news story that kind of set off some clues about Tiffany Henyard and the political transformation that she's trying to make in order to save herself in her career. Take a look.
Did win, and congratulations again. This is me saying it publicly to our new president of the United States. Just like Trump, I'm gonna come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that. Remember this moment when I landslide, they come in for the victory, like I always do.
I'm sad. I want to change gears a little bit. There's also been a growing conversation that back to the Democrat.
I know a lot of y'all didn't know about this. This is some podcaster that's out there in Atlanta that she earlier. I believe it was like earlier this year that she was on. And Atlanta, Fulton County. I'm gonna say this right now. And I'm gonna say this with my chest out. Get up out y'all's fucking town. Get up out your city. Get up out your state. She ain't gonna do nothing, but if she get in anywhere in politics and y'all shit, and we already seen some of the corruption that y'all have allowed on the Democratic side out there, because it's highly Democratic in the state of Georgia. Why her dumb ass want to just flip and go red in Georgia is beyond me. That's why I know the bitch is slow. But this is an interview that she had earlier on before she decided to make this play, and when she was trying to open up that failed clothing store that is officially closed out there because with nobody trying to buy that shit. But anyway,
Democratic Party was talking about that Black Republicans are more professionally and financially successful than Democrats and Black Democrats. What's your thoughts? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I could see that. I think they got more structured, more strategic, and I think they move a little different because they listen.
What do you mean when you say they listen?
We over talk. Nobody can educate you because you think
y'all see how that wig looking now, looking real tired, looking real kind of like self-made. She ain't got that $1,500 a time hairstylist that she had when she was sucking up all the money out here in the south suburbs. But anyway, I was just trying to point that out. But anyway, let's go.
know everything, and that's the problem that people have, and that's why we miss the message. And I think that's what's wrong with America now. We all want to be heard, but no one's pausing to listen. I think I'll say Trump just gave everybody $2,000.
Well, did the $2,000 pass?
Yeah, I heard he did.
I heard it. I didn't hear too much about
it. I haven't seen nothing yet to say, hey, look what he just did. But that's what everyone's stating. Right. But again, that's what I mean about research. But he got a lot of great ideas, but sometimes people got to just pause on the noise. Y'all distracting us with all this other nonsense that really don't matter to the people. What we care about is what are you doing for the people?
Right.
But you're distracting us with this file, that file, this case. Okay, what we gonna do? Come on, all this time, like please stop. But that's what they do though. It's a distraction until we wake up and see that it's a distraction to keep us from asking for important things like you just stated.
Right.
When are we gonna do that?
I love it. Well said. Yeah. I like you, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Miss Tiffany.
Yes,
let's certainly landed during a trying time in the world. There's been a lot of conversation lately about members of the Black community leaving the Democratic Party.
Ooh.
Yes, that's been the topic of the day on social media, like in the podcast world. Have you heard anything about that?
Oh yes, they talking, honey.
They are talking. They are talking. What's your thoughts about that?
I'm really, really happy that people are entertaining the conversation. I really want people to educate themselves so they understand who does what, how it works, and what's the process.
Right.
Because everybody's pointing the finger at they did it, left, right, okay, whatever.
Right.
But no one's coming with facts. People just talking because they don't like someone. I want people this time around to actually go do your research. Then you can speak with facts and not fiction.
Well, one thing that I've heard from a lot of people is that a lot of people are saying that people keep voting for Democrats or keep voting Democrat, but the Democrats aren't doing anything for the Black community.
That's true.
So
I lived it. That's true.
You lived it. You mean
I lived it because I am a Democrat. I ran as a Democrat, and if you go check my voting record, that's what I always pull a Democrat ballot.
Hold on. You lived it. You lived it, or you live it. What? Did y'all catch what she just said? Hold on, let me go back. Maybe I'm tripping.
I lived it. That's true.
You lived it. You mean
I lived it because I am a.
Yeah, she lived it. She lived it. This the same one that called herself Harriet Tippett. Tippett. She called herself Harriet Tippett. Not Harriet Tubman, but Harriet Tippett. She's trying to run again for some kind of office in politics. Oh my God. Anyway, let's go.
A Democrat. I ran as a Democrat. And if you go check my voting record, that's what I always pull, a Democrat ballot. And Democrats really need some help. And I'm here to say it proudly that a lot of them don't belong in the seats that they're in. Residents have to really research them and stop listening because they say they're a Democrat, don't mean they for you. They're normally for themselves. You have to really pay attention and change the narrative that we see right now.
Right.
Because right now, Republicans are doing a good job to me. This is my opinion.
No, of
Everybody
course.
got their
Everyone
own
has
opinion.
their own.
Of-
Everyone
of
has their own
who,
opinion.
What, when, where. I'm speaking because I lived it. By me being a Democrat, and my very own is the ones that was attacking me, and they're Democrats.
Right.
So make it make sense. And then once they got the seat, they did nothing for the people. So,
and you mean the seat back home where you're
back
from?
home in Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, in Illinois. Yes.
So what's your thoughts right now on Donald Trump's and the way his campaign is going?
Okay, you mean the same thing that you did for the people when you had office in the Democratic Party over the last 4 years before last year when they booted your ass out tremendously? You did nothing, but you did a whole lot for yourself and your people that rock with you. You know, you did a whole lot for them, but you did nothing. And now they got a $40 million debt out there after you done left town. You left them in shams. Dalton and the Southland is fucked up right now. Financially. Thanks to niggas and nigga shit.
For the United States?
Well, I think that, again, people should educate themselves before judging, because a lot of time people always judge a book by its cover. You got to open it up and read.
Right.
If you read, you will find out other truths that is not being broadcast by the fake news.
Yeah, so I think I kind of see the play here from the ghetto super mayor, right? It's all starting to make sense, right, in regards to why she's doing what she's doing. But I want to go ahead and play this clip from WGN Investigates about Tiffany Henyard running for office again.
Politician Tiffany Henyard is hoping for a comeback. I'm WGN TV investigative reporter Ben Bradley. Henyard is attempting to resuscitate her political career 700 miles away in Atlanta, where she has apparently secured a spot on the ballot for district commissioner on the Fulton County Board. For those of you who don't remember the long, strange saga of Tiffany Henyard's reign in the South suburbs, here's a quick refresher. She flew first class, wined and dined on the taxpayer dime. She had a questionable cancer charity. Corruption claims dogged her to the point the FBI served subpoenas. While she hasn't been charged with wrongdoing, she did not take it particularly well whenever anyone would question her.
Y'all are black, and y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Dalton voters drummed her out of office early last year. 88% voted against her. She was a Democrat back then, and now she's running as a Republican.
That's crazy. That's crazy. She must have saw, Fannie Willis.
It's not crazy. It is diabolical. This motherfucker is a piece of work. And she had two parents. She has two parents, a father and a mother. And it must have been either something in the milk. Maybe she was playing too much and hit her head somewhere. I don't know what's wrong with this woman. You said, hold up, pause, wait a minute. And I know she's not talking about people should educate themselves to where she needs to educate her own self. She is a literate, uneducated fool. Man, I swear to God. She called herself Harriet Tippett. Harriet Tippett. I would never let that down. Not Harriet Tubman, but Harriet Tippett. She called herself Rosa Parks. I'm surprised she had that right. But she called herself Harriet Tippett. Who's Harriet Tippett? Can anyone please Google who Harriet Tippett is? It's gotta be a Harriet Tippett in history somewhere. She probably saw that shit somewhere down the road in her existence. I gotta know who the fuck is Harriet Tippett.
Grows out in Atlanta, they voted for Fannie Willis. They put her back in office, right? I need to run. I got a chance out there, right? That has to be the logic.
back when she was still in the office, and she had some fucking interview when she was talking about how she's the next up and coming, black woman in society and in the modern world. She wanted to compare herself to the likes of Harriet Tubman, not Rosa Parks. I guess she was trying to say Harriet Tubman, but she said Harriet Tippett. But I just need to know who the fuck Harriet Tippett is.
Here, that has to be the logic.
And because there's no competition in the primary, that clears the way for her to be on the general election ballot in November. We rang up a political science professor from Emory University in Atlanta. She said Henyard's bid is a long shot.
This is somebody who hasn't had much of a chance to establish roots. And she's going to be running against people who have far deeper roots in the community. And so that might actually end up being what is her undoing. It might not be because of her scandalous past, but it may be she hasn't lived long enough in this district.
Georgia election records show that Henyard registered to vote down there on February 27th, just 2 days after voters gave her the boot in Dalton. That means even if she's elected in Georgia, she may not meet the year residency requirement. Henyard did not respond to my request for comment, but that may be because she knew we were also calling about this. A judgment entered today by a Cook County court. A judge ordered Henyard and her boyfriend to pay their old landlord in Dalton $10,000. She's accused of stiffing the landlord on rent and causing property damage before they left town. For more of
now y'all remember we talked about that about a year or so ago on the show. That black lady that gave her that house out there in the south suburbs out there. I forgot exactly what town it was, but yeah, she didn't want to pay no rent. She put that woman through hell, and basically, when she was the mayor, she kind of like strong armed the woman into giving her that house. And she had someone else that was supposed to have gotten that house. But because Tiffany Henyard was the mayor at that time, and at the time the landlord and her were cool, she fucked off the other family that wanted that house and gave it to Tiffany. And she stanked it up to be damned. Changed locks, didn't pay rent, and left. Now that woman had to go through the courts and go through the courts and go through the courts, but now she didn't, finally got something about of it. So regardless that if she's in a whole nother state, she's still liable to pay that money. Now, will she pay it? A woman like her, I doubt it. But that's just another feather in the cap to let them people out there in Atlanta. This is not someone that y'all want dealing in y'all political climate. Like, seriously.
Of our reporting. Go to W.
I mean, absolutely. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Here's what I think is happening, right? I think that the ghetto mayor here is trying to pivot towards being a MAGA pro-Trump Republican because she knows that she's facing FBI investigation. I don't know where that investigation is at, but it did start under the Biden administration when he was in office. It expanded in 2025 when Trump got into office. It's still happening, right? There's been no news to indicate that the probe has been closed, right? They're still investigating. Maybe this is just not very high up on the list of investigations right now. I don't know. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, she's trying to save herself, right? Maybe she's doing this as a way to incentivize the Trump administration to drop the probe against her, right? By saying, well, hey, Trump is doing a great job, right? Remember, when Trump got elected, she started saying great things about Trump, right? Now, before all that, we really didn't hear that much from Tiffany Henyard when it comes to her opinions on Trump. But after Trump got elected, that kind of changed, right? That changed. Okay, her tune changed. And then she started doing podcasts where she started saying, great things about Black Republicans, and she started trashing the Democrat Party. And now all of a sudden, she registered to be a Republican, and then went down to Georgia in Fulton County and is now running as a Republican in a seat that she knows she can't win. I think that this is desperation. I think that she's trying to incentivize the Trump administration to stop whatever probe that they're doing into her conduct as mayor of Dalton, as the supervisor of the Thornton Township. I think this is desperation. I think that she believes that she can flatter the administration. She can appear to be on their side, right? Oh, this is a Democrat that was screwed over by her party turned Republican, who's now a Trump supporter, right? She's MAGA. And she's
But my thing is this: how far is that going to go, and how many people believe that she's sincere with her switch? Like, seriously, I mean, now all of a sudden, now you want to praise the Republican Party and the conservative movement and all that other stuff. You don't want to be a Democrat no more. You don't want to be a scammer. You was born a scammer. Hell, if nothing else, probably your parents told you how to scam. That's probably where they are. Who knows? I don't know. We don't know. We ain't following y'all like that. Not your whole family like that. But maybe people need to start investigating her whole upbringing and the people that she was surrounded around and her comeuppance. Yeah, I said it, comeuppance. Just like Harriet Tippett. Yeah, her comeuppance. Not to be confused with the Muppets. But anyway, let's go.
She's running for office in a deep blue district, right? I think that this is her way of trying to avoid accountability. I really do. And that being said, I personally believe it is more reasons why the FBI and the DOJ need to hurry up, right? Let's hurry up and go ahead and get these charges going, right? Let's go ahead and get this woman thrown in prison. Because this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. We can't have this. I'm going to be the first to say, she is not a MAGA Republican, that this is not genuine, that she's trying to save herself. She's just trying to flatter the administration. She's trying to appeal to the administration in order to save herself. This woman is corrupt. She belongs nowhere near the Republican Party. She belongs nowhere near the MAGA movement. We don't accept her, right? Or at least me personally, I don't accept her, right? I'm saying that no. You can't do this. This is not how it works. You don't get in trouble with the Democrats and then all of a sudden you flip and you become a Republican and you think that everything's all good, right? That you shouldn't be held accountable for your crimes. No. That's not how this works. It's not a good look. Republicans should not embrace her, right? She needs to be distanced. And this is why the FBI, the DOJ, they need to go ahead and finish this investigation, prioritize it, go ahead and charge this woman if they're going to do it. Okay, if she committed crimes, go ahead and get those charges going, get that indictment going, go ahead and get justice going against this woman so that she can be put in jail and that we don't have to hear from her anymore, right? We don't have to talk about her anymore. This woman needs to be as far away from politics as possible, okay? This is not the type of person that we need to be a MAGA Republican or to represent Republicans in any way. We don't need this, right? We can't accept everybody, right? We can't accept everybody. Now, it'd be different if she was actually wrongfully screwed over by Democrats, like, for example, when it comes to Tulsi, right? We've seen Democrats, RFK, others, align with Republicans because they've been screwed over by Democrats. We can accept those people, right? Different circumstances. We can't accept this, right? And it would not look good for the Trump administration to stop the investigation into her or to drop the investigation into her because, all of a sudden she's saying flattering things about Trump. She's praising Trump. She's saying that his policies are good, that Democrats bad. No, we can't do that, right? We can't have that. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. She has to be held accountable. And the fact that she's running for office as a Republican, that means that they need to prioritize holding this woman accountable because she's now become a liability. She's making us look bad, right? She does not make us look good. So, yeah, that's my take on this. I think that this is desperation. I think she's trying to save herself from this investigation. Who knows? Maybe soon there's going to be an indictment. There's going to be charges that are coming against this woman. Let's hope, right? Let's hope that this is a sign that accountability is coming. So, let me know what you guys think.
Hey, man. Well, we going to see. What y'all think? You think she got a chance? You think she going to win that seat out there in Georgia's, I think it's commissioner seat that holds control to billions of dollars out there? That is not a position that Tiffany Henyard needs to have her hands in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because she gets hold of that kind of magnitude of a budget in Fulton County. Y'all can kiss Atlanta, Georgia goodbye. But how y'all doing out there? Everybody good? I'm thinking about wrapping it up right now, but if you want me to talk about the funeral for Jesse Jackson, just let me know right now. I kind of got that, in the queue. He said, nope, she don't got a chance when they read about her. And what she don't understand, she was global. Her story here in Atlanta, in Dalton, in the Southlands, it got global. It was people in Europe, all over the world, that heard her story, that saw what she was doing everywhere. See, this is the beauty about YouTube and content creators, especially a lot of the bigger YouTube platforms that put her story out. Hell, one of my highest viewed videos since I've been on YouTube was about her. So trust me, yeah, they know about her. That's probably why her business didn't really do that well when she tried to start that out first, because that's what she was really trying to do when she moved out there, was to go to Atlanta and start another business. But she's just a failed business person. She don't know how to do good business, so it don't last. But let me know. Hey, y'all cool for tonight? Y'all want to wrap it up? Y'all want to hear about what I saw about the whole fiasco that happened at the Jesse Jackson Memorial over this past weekend? Let me know. Let me know in the comments right now. I want to know. Because I really got nothing else more to say. But if y'all want to talk about that, I mean, we can talk about that aspect. Just let me know if y'all ready. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all want to hear about it. Because it was disturbing. And as much as I had to say in my last video about him as a person, I'm not going to talk ill on the dearly departed, because he is no longer here. And this is not the kind of channel that does that. What we talked about, in my Friday show, was about what he basically was alleged to be a part of, and the things that was put out there about him. And if those that don't know, you can go back to my video before now about that, and then you'll get a better understanding. It's about a 2-hour video, and it compacted a lot of information. But if y'all want to know something, I mean, let me know, because hey, look, it's getting late. I'm gonna wrap it up. So if I don't get no responses as far as a go ahead on and do it, I'm gonna save it for another day, unless y'all already synced it. But if you want us to review what was talked about at the memorial for the Reverend Jesse Jackson Jesse Jackson, then put a 1 in the chat. Yeah, we right here. I ain't going nowhere. But if y'all finish with tonight, I understand if you're tired, that might have to go to work in the morning, stuff like that. I do understand. I'll give it 20 seconds. Nobody gives me anything about it, and I'll shut it down. But I hope everybody is doing good. You say I'm not tired. I'm enjoying the show. Hey, all right, well, shit. Okay. Well, I'm going to let this rock out for a minute, and then we're going to wrap it up after that. All right, cool. All right, here we go. Shout out to Carmen JC, another content creator that does her thing. Yeah, the whole thing with Obama and Kamala, slow drunk bitch ass Harris, and Sleepy Joe. This shit was wild. I haven't seen Tim in a long time. This is Jesse Jackson Jr. I remember when I was living out east when he had his office over there right off of 71st and Yates before he got popped off on the bullshit that he did using political money. He's no longer in politics, of course. Him and his wife, had to serve their time. They the Democratic Party, man, love to splurge off taxpayers' dollars. But anyway, let's go. I give him his respect for what he said, prior to this in particular weekend. But obviously, shit was what it was.
Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived to these homegoing services.
Donald Trump for humanist challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
Well, it is an honor to be here, and I was with Jesse last year, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a little different.
Housing as a human right. On the other side of the bridge, health care for all. On the other side of the bridge, safe and affordable cities. Accessible transportation. Finally, fully funding our public education system.
Each day we wake up to some new assault on our democratic institutions.
The only way I'm going to see Jesse Jackson Jr. get any kind of traction in politics again after what the fuck he did being a Democrat years back is to flip Republican and to really rub elbows with the right politicians in the Republican Party. If I've heard the whispers in the background that he's considering going back in and try to be a congressman, but I don't think he'll make it. I really just don't. His family's track record politically and socially it wavers. So especially him. But we'll see.
So let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Carmen JC, and we're back with another great video. So today we're going to be talking all about Jesse Jackson Sr.'s funeral because, of course, apparently the Democratic Party, these Democratic leaders decided to treat his funeral like it was the DNC. I am not kidding. They wanted to make it all about politics, even though his son specifically said not to do that. It's very interesting how these people work, how they can not use a moment like this to uplift themselves in their politics. It's like narcissistic behavior coming from all of these people, including Barack Obama, Kamala Harris. I didn't even know Joe Biden was still alive, but apparently he's still alive and he can formulate sentences. It is quite amazing. But before they come and they slander Donald Trump and they slander his administration, even though I don't agree with everything that the Trump administration is doing, I want you guys to take a look at this old video of Donald Trump and Jesse Jackson. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I now want to bring forth a friend who, when we opened this Wall Street project and we talked about it, he gave us space at 40 Wall Street, which was to make a statement about our having a presence there. And beyond that, in terms of reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many people a comfort zone when I ran for the presidency in 84 and 88. And many others thought it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York because he has this sense of.
Now, keep in mind, a real big financial supporter of Jesse Jackson when he was running for presidency in 84 and 88 was Donald Trump. Some people might not know that. A lot of y'all might, that's old enough to remember. But if it wasn't for Donald Trump, he wouldn't have had a shit sandwich in Paris of a chance of even being in the number to run. Okay, but my how the mighty has fallen, and my how people forget. But he's racist. But okay, let's go.
Of the curious and a will to risk to make things better, who's an effective builder of building for the builder people. Last year he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
Well, it is an honor to be here, and I was with Jesse last year, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a little different. Jesse started off by saying, most of the wealth in this country is in the hands of a few. And I thought to myself, is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that, Jesse? And he said, listen, I want some office space in your building on Wall Street, because the wall on Wall will fall. And I said, it's okay, Jesse, I'll make a good deal with you. I'll get you some space. You'll pay about $40 a foot. And he said, no. I don't want to pay 40. I said, how about 30? No. It's the cheapest deal I ever made in the history of 40 Wall Street. Is that right? He got it for nothing. He's a very tough negotiator. You know that, right? He's a terrific guy.
Donald Trump gave him an office space in a building he owned on Wall Street in New York City for the fucking free. How many black business owners and building owners is going to let you do that? For their own people. How many black business owners are going to do that? Exactly. Not a goddamn one. But yet, y'all painting this man now as being racist because of what? What proof? What information? What knowledge? What incident? What situation? Oh, because of what the Democrats is telling y'all. What these Skittle Crew people are telling y'all. What these erradical liberals and feminists is telling y'all. Oh, so they're y'all's gods. They's y'all's gods, huh? Yeah, I said it in my old country bunking voice. Them y'all's gods, huh? Okay.
I will love him, and I'm here for him. And I will tell you, a large percentage of the people, and especially in construction, that are building these great jobs are black and minorities, and I'm very proud of it. We have close to 25%, and I think the number's going up, and they do a great job. There are no better builders than we have in New York, and a big percentage of that is black and minority folks.
So I'm kind of confused at how people just constantly call Donald Trump a racist. And he just had video after video after video of celebrating the Black community, talking about the accomplishments of the Black community. And I just wanted to show you this first because they're going to tell you that, like Donald Trump was not, like that Jesse Jackson was not this guy that was about ideas, not necessarily about parties, right? Because he wasn't about like, oh, everything the Democrats does is right. And I think that's what these people do. They try to come to these funerals and hijack your whole legacy and make it all about them. And that's what happened.
See, what's crazy about what you're saying right there, Sweetness? Yeah, we all saw that video. They took that out of context. That was a whole montage that was put out a year prior, where you saw all of the Democratic Party as a montage of the Lion King, right? And he was Simba at the end, but you saw Joe Biden as monkeys. You saw the Clintons as some other animals of the circle of life. It wasn't just the Obamas. They just took that one part and just expanded it to some whole big thing. It was a whole bunch of white people that was in that video that was depicted as animals too. You know, the pig, all that shit. Go look up that whole video. Okay. The media be fucking y'all up. This is why over here at the Black Bottom and a whole bunch of other spaces on here over here on the YouTube side, we try to tell y'all and bring the real. I didn't I looked at it. I reviewed it on my own personal side, but I just didn't react to it. But I'll bring that up eventually. Not today, but eventually I'll bring that one up so people can like kind of like dispel that narrative that he was just targeting them. No, he didn't. It was a whole big montage of other political people, Hillary Clinton, all them other motherfuckers as well. Biden, all of them. It wasn't just the fucking Obama. That's just what y'all want. That's just what they wanted y'all to see, to make a narrative.
Happened during his funeral. But before we get to the funeral, I want you guys to take a listen to what Donald Trump had to say about Jesse Jackson. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I want to begin by expressing our sadness at the passing of a person who I knew very well. Jesse was a piece of work. I want to tell you, he was a piece of work, but he was a good man. He was a real hero, and I just want to pay my highest respects to Reverend Jesse Jackson. He's a good man. He was actually, as you got to know him, he got better and better all the time. A lot of people, you get to know them, they get worse and worse. Jesse got better and better.
The interesting thing about him, and I get it, and I respect the man. God rest his family, and God rest his soul, and condolences to his family for y'all's loss. My pastor at my church had become a mentor of Jesse Jackson probably over the last 30 years. Matter of fact, at this past weekend's memorial, my pastor was the music director for his choir. So my first lady was there, the pastor, a couple of people in our choir was there. And the real interesting thing that really got to me about this is how the Democrats skewed this whole celebration. And the only person that really had respect for him was not at this homegoing, and that was Donald Trump. And I think what Donald Trump had, I think he probably didn't show up because he didn't want that to just blow up as some kind of leftist right wing fiasco. Because of course he would have had his, Secret Service there with him. I mean, all of that, and he would have been secured up. But I don't think that it would have went the way he would have wanted it. It was said he wasn't invited. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't invited. But it was open to everyone. The only ones that he could have just Jesse Jackson Jr. said it was free for everyone to go to, Democrats, Republicans, all of that. So it didn't matter if he was invited. He chose not to go because he didn't want that kind of blowback. And plus that he had other shit that was going on with this Iran shit and all this other stuff that's going on. It just would have been a bad look for the party. And so I get that. You know, it would have been like a fuck y'all, Biden and all you other motherfuckers. It would have been pimpish, but I get why he didn't do it. There's a time and a place for everything, and that wasn't the place and the time.
But I knew him well long before becoming president, and he really was special with lots of personality, grit, and street smarts. You would say Jesse had serious street smarts, right? A very important ingredient to life, I will tell you. He was gregarious and someone who truly loved people and a force of nature. He was somebody that we're going to greatly miss. And on behalf of everyone here today, I know you join me in sending our condolences to the entire family. Had a great family.
All right, guys, I'm jumping in here just to let you guys know that I am completely independent. And if you want to support the channel, hit the super thanks or the buy me a coffee link below. Also, you can just like the video. You can drop a comment, hit the hype. The hype really does help. Let's go ahead and get back into the show. All right. And Donald Trump, when people say bad things about Donald Trump don't care if you died or not. He will tear you down even in your death. He will, what was the guy's name? Like Rob Schneider or Rob Weiner or Rob somebody. It was a Rob. Donald Trump didn't like him much. He didn't have too many positive things to say about him, So I think that this right here, just how Donald Trump speaks about Jesse Jackson, just let you know that they had some type of relationship that cannot just be like minimized to, well, Donald Trump is a white supremacist, because I don't believe him to be so. But they still took the time like I said, in his funeral, Jesse Jackson's funeral, to make this all about Democratic policies, Democratic politics, and it's just disgusting. And I want you guys to just listen to what his son, Jesse Jackson Jr., had to say before the start of the funeral, because he set a standard, and I want you to decide for yourself if these people respected Jesse Jackson. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Dad believed that funerals were not for the dearly departed. He believed funerals were for the living. He believed that they were great gathering meetings. And no two lives in human history will have the same number of people attending their funerals, or the same people will be at their funerals, because your friends ain't my friends ain't your friends. We don't know the same people. You don't know the same people that I know. Do not bring your politics, out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived, to these homegoing services.
Right.
Come respectful and come to say thank you. But these homegoing services are welcome to all, Democrat, Republican, liberal, and conservative, right wing.
So that means it wasn't exclusive or inclusive. Trump could have went. He just didn't want to go because it just would have been way off the base. And the whole shit would have been worse than what the fuck it was, just with the Democrat being there. So it wasn't that he didn't give him respect. You heard what he said about him. This was after that last clip that y'all saw about him. That was what he said after the fact of his passing. So I mean, he gave his condolences, and he gave his his heartfelt message for what he wanted to express. But for him, he could have just said fuck it and went out there. He's the fucking president of the United States. You'd got on motherfucking Air Force One and landed in Chicago, and the whole motherfucking city would have got shut down when him and the Secret Service would have fucking touched down on fucking land. They would have made a path for him. He'd have got there. But he chose not to because he didn't want the legacy and what the family was already dealing with to get more strained than what they already saw. So, and experienced. So, shout out to him. We got to respect him for that. Because he could have just been like, fuck all y'all, and just went. But I understand why he didn't do it.
Left wing, because his life is broad enough to cover the full spectrum of what it means to be an American. We only ask people to come and be respectful in the context of the extraordinary life that he lived. Dad would have wanted us to have a great meeting to discuss our differences, to find ways of moving forward and moving together. And if his life becomes a turning point in our national political discourse, amen. Amen.
Okay, so he's saying like everyone is welcome, which I think we need to hear more people like this that, hey, yeah, maybe he supported a lot over here, but these people are not welcome. We're all Americans at the end of the day. And I think a lot of us take that for granted. We don't realize that yes, we are all Americans, whether we disagree or not. At the end of the day, we're still Americans, and I think that that was just so beautiful. But of course, none of the politicians that spoke did that. Actually, none of them that spoke did that, and they made it about politics. Let's start with Kamala Harris, the mumbler. Let's go ahead and listen.
Mr. Jackie, and to the entire Jackson family, on behalf of Doug and my family, we pray with you as we.
Why it sound like she got a shit? And she been drinking like Ripple, like some Night Train or some Thunderbird, Fo Loco or some shit. Why she sound like she just like why she talking? She be rubbing on herself. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just weird. But anyway, let's go.
We did a couple weeks ago in your home, and we thank you. I thank you. So let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
Kamala Harris wasted no time. She got right to it, right to the exact opposite of what this man asked for in respect of his father. And it's not just her, it's all of them, actually. All of them did the same exact thing. Let's go to Brandon Johnson and see what Brandon Johnson had to say.
Shy away from the painful realities of racism and hatred. But he had a God-given ability to bring people in, to encourage them in, and to enlist them into the fight of our collective liberation. It was his instincts that understood that labor and faith were one and the same, as Dr. King prophesied. It was his instincts to stand up against school closures and the shuttering of mental health clinics. It was his instincts that led protests down Michigan Avenue when a boy's life was taken by a police officer and then government decided to cover it up. It was his instincts. And see, in America, we find ourselves at a bridge, and we are confronted in this moment. And that bridge is now described as borders, where borders get to determine how human dignity is determined by which side of the border you live on. He understood the bridge. And so now we are in the midst of a choice to choose hope over despair, light over darkness, love over hate, because he knew there was too much to gain on the other side of the bridge. Bishop shared, I think I feel my help coming. Because on the other side of the bridge, Rodney, housing as a human right. On the other side of the bridge, health care for all. On the other side of the bridge, safe and affordable cities. Accessible transportation. Finally, fully funding our public education system. It is time to cross the bridge, you all, to build an economy that works for all. Black, brown, white, Asian, young, old. It is time for the ultra-rich to pay their fair share in taxes on the other side of the bridge.
Listen, I listen, I have to hand it to these people. It sounds really nice. We're just gonna do free everything. Everybody gets everything for free. No one has to work. It'll just all come out of nowhere. And we won't kill people. We won't, violate international law. Everything will just be free. And it is just comedy, okay? It's not happening, okay? It will not happen. And if everything do become free, I don't think it's gonna be a good thing. I do not think it will be a good thing. Free healthcare, free illegals. Illegals can get everything for free. Like, we have to have some standards to how we run our society. And giving everybody everything free is not the solution. I do believe in fairness, though. I believe in having fair and just laws. I believe in that. But to just, oh, we're gonna get free healthcare. We're gonna have free buses. We're gonna have free, 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 free. Like, where does the free come from? Can we talk about that? Because I'll tell you, they always go back to we're gonna tax the rich. You want to know how we started paying taxes in the first place? You want to know how they got us to sign up for taxes? Because you have to think, like, how did they get us to agree to pay taxes when our whole thing in this country was about us not wanting to be taxed? Like, we did the Boston Tea Party over us not wanting to be taxed. Okay, over it was like a 2% tax. And you know how they got us to pay taxes? They got us to pay taxes by saying, we're going to tax the rich. That's what we're going to do. We're going to tax the rich. You're going to be safe. And it couldn't have been further from the truth. So I'm just telling you, this is another tactic that these people like to use. And mind you, this is a funeral. This is not the DNC. It is a funeral. But you would think that it was the DNC because these people have no shame. Let's listen to what the great Al Sharpton had to say.
We're sitting here acting like our own lack of rising to what he wanted us to be is the reason we are sitting on the brink of some of the most serious reconstruction behavior being rescinded that we've seen in modern times. And that we said nice things about Mrs. Jackson, but people at the same time are killing illegal immigrants. People at the same time are cutting public funding. At the same time, Affordable Care Act is not being renewed and seniors have to deal with premiums. Don't sit here so holy and sanctified and act like you have no assignment yourself. The problem is that too many of us did not join the movements that sponsored us. And there was a breakout in 2024 called Negro Amnesia, where you forgot where you came from and forgot how you got where you got. Therefore, they're trying to take back everything you have. Well, here we are now. The problem is not Trump. The problem is us. We are allowing ourselves to be lowered and our children to feel inferior because you don't have an I am somebody person. You got our
because all the ones before him got deleted. You know, the Malcolm X's, the Martins, the Fred Hamptons. You know, y'all didn't respect the Stokely Carmichaels. You feared the Huey P. Newtons, the Bobby Seals. You turned your back on the Marcus Garveys. You know, do I need to go any further? We turned our backs on ourselves long before now. We turned our backs on our families, on our people, long before now. So I don't want to hear this soapbox preaching bullshit. How you a reverend and ain't never had a church? Over there looking like Skeletor's baby cousin and shit. You used to be a fat motherfucker. Not saying that I was healthy, but shit, you look nothing. You're a shell of what you once was in hell. And we already know You was an agent for these same white people that you claim ain't shit. So we ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that. You know, you do understand we see you, right? Y'all do understand we see y'all, right? We do understand we see the chaos of confusion in our communities, right? But we need to do something more about it. And hopefully, you know, we look at these different events that's been taking place here recently and throughout these last few years and really take upon ourselves to really make some change. If you really want to see more of that video, you can go on Carmen JC's channel. She's actually from Chicago. She explained her whole history on her page. Shout out to Carmen JC for putting that out there. Good content creator. She broke down a lot in her history as far as how she once was before she decided to wise up and really do things the right way. So shout out to everybody out here tonight. Man, y'all been great. I really appreciate everyone that's been tuning in tonight. For those that's tuned in late, you know, catch it on the replay. Thank you for all the new subscribers. That definitely helping out the channel. Like, share, and if you are new, please subscribe and hit the algorithm because it helps with, you know, putting out our content a little bit more. I want everybody to have a good remainder of the evening. We're gonna wrap it up for the night. It's getting late. I done been on here almost 3.5 hours. I be saying, man, I don't be trying to be too long, but man, it be shit that just be happening. I just be having to go. I had a couple other things that was in the queue, but I just had to let that go. I'm gonna really start making my Friday live streams more about historical events and get off of this. I appreciate you and more off of this current shit because some of this nigga shit and all this other shit, you know, is kind of whatever. So please be on the lookout. I'm thinking about doing part 2 of Bill Cooper's documentary, or I might do something else pertaining to our history to try to help us strengthen our communities and ourselves and enrich our minds. So with that being said, you are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I am your host, Ross Lee, and I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. And with that being said, until next